In the year 2080, the world has changed, and it keeps slipping farther into the ivory shadows. Welcome to the Sixth World.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Sixth World. Tonight, we've got some Shadowrun Sixth World 6th Edition for you here at Proficiency Bonus. I am your game master for the night, The Crypt. And before we get started tonight, we want to do a couple quick shout-outs to some of our supporters, some of our sponsors, some of our partners here at Proficiency Bonus. First and foremost, we'd like to thank Twitch, our friends over at Streamlabs, Team MZ, Many-Sided Dice, and also Little Dragon Corp for all their ongoing support. We thank you guys so much for coming on board, supporting us, and partnering with us. If you go and type in !Little Dragon,
Did it?
already done, in the chat, you can get a quick link to their storefront where you can purchase a bunch of really awesome tabletop dice and other tabletop role-playing game merchandise and useful items to have around your gaming table, like dice rolling trays and other things. If you use the promo code PROBONUS, you can get a 10% discount on your order, which is pretty dang cool. So thank you guys at Little Dragon Corp. We do appreciate it. And then, so Blitz Graybeard, he missed the Little Dragon Corp. So he goes and he puts in !schedule.
Wow.
That's
petty.
That's a new one. That's a new one.
Wow.
I learned that trick from the Wednesday kids.
Oh yeah, there it is. The boom, boom, boom. It's okay. Victoria will come in here in about 3 minutes and put you both to shame. Is what.
Yeah.
True.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight as we dive into some cyberpunk futuristic fantasy here tonight. As our group, quick recap. They kidnapped kind of a doctor from his home who was looking for runners who'd been spying on them. Found out that he was contacted by an individual named Bones, and he is trying to basically eject something from a cybernetic arm. Unfortunately, when he tried to eject this object, there was some kind of self-destruct mechanism on it, which caused it to explode within and destroy whatever was contained within it. He had information of another individual named Tempest, who had another one of these cyber implants that could possibly have one of these things inside of it. You guys went to kind of like a slums part of New Orleans to find an individual named Ludite, who some of you had good contact with. Some of you, it was a little bit it's iffy. And she was able to lead you to a chop shop where the Tempest got a lot of her work done. Make a long story short, one of Tempest's friends really ticked off Gearjammer, and Gearjammer bit her, and it basically, from there, melee ensued. Gunshots were fired, drones were pulled out, laser swords were hacking through, catching people on fire, people were diving over desks and tables. Eventually, Luddite was able to disarm the Tempest, and you guys took her unconscious into the van and sped off, splitting ways with Luddite. And that brings us to tonight's episode number 4. You guys abruptly pull into Gearjammer's garage. The lights are on inside. What would you guys like to do?
My sword is drawn.
Sword is
The shotgun is out.
Shotgun is out. Okay.
Why don't we have cameras inside the garage, guys? Isn't this something like we should have thought of before?
I would actually activate Paco Disco and see if it turns on. And if so, where is it lighting up inside the garage?
Paco Disco, remind me what your last command to him was?
It was, oh crap, the last thing I had was actually for the guy in the basement.
Yeah, I think he's just watching the guy in the basement, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I don't have a camera on him.
Oh, you don't have a camera on Paco Disco?
Gearjammer has a camera on him, so you could actually tap in and see it.
That's a good point. I did forget that we stuck a camera on him.
Yeah, you stuck a camera on.
Okay,
Basically, a pop-up window comes up. Hey, thank you, Victoria. The fairy bit mother is here. Thank you so much for the bit, Victoria. You get a little pop-up in AR, Gearjammer, and it looks like he's asleep. It's really freaking late. I'm talking.
Oh, okay.
This has all been like from you kidnapping him to deciding to go at night. I mean, it's late. You guys are starting to feel like your eyes are getting heavy and things like that. You guys have been up for a very long time.
Kendra will just look over at the room just go.
Okay.
Well, now, let's not be barbarians. Why don't we just go inside and see who's in there?
Before that happens, I'm going to send a quick GIF message to Cypher, and it's just a picture of a stick figure on his phone saying "You up?" ?
Cypher, where would you be in the garage? About 30 minutes ago, Wildfire dropped you off, and then basically sped off into the city streets again. Super excited about his recently stolen bike that he got.
She'd probably be sitting on one of the couches,
Okay.
just like probably smoking a joint, waiting for her friends to get back.
Okay.
And so she replies with like a gif of a girl going, "Duh."
I'm gonna take a selfie with me in front of the garage with the laser sword.
It's amazing because Gearjammer photobombs it with a shotgun behind you.
All right, so I'll take a selfie with me going like this, sitting on the couch like, "What's up?"
What's up?
What's up? That gif especially, yes.
After that rousing conversation through text message, let's throw it away and walk in.
All right, so you guys head back into the garage. I'm assuming Gearjammer's pulling the vehicle in, getting things parked. As all this racket from the garage door opening and things like that, you can hear a rustling coming from the pits that you step into to work underneath vehicles and change oil and all that kind of thing that you Gearjammers do. You guys make your way in to the garage. And Cypher is there, just relaxing on the couch.
Yay, yay.
You see Kill Switch walk up near you, and before he can say anything, you just hear him kind of mutter to himself, and he just kind of goes off into a corner and just kind of sits in a corner, isolated, still muttering to himself.
A little louder. I can't understand you. I'm gonna go up to his face and try and listen to what he's saying. Say that again one more time.
Just
Like,
something along the lines of, I'm not self-conscious, you're self-conscious, shut up, stop talking to me.
I just pat him on the head. I'm glad you're okay. That you guys have fun.
Peter starts picking little bits of fabric or whatever it is from that person.
You guys went to dinner without me?
No, your Jammer found himself a snack on the way home. We should probably let the good doctor out of the basement area.
Somebody lower the ladder.
Yes. Not me.
Go over and put the ladder down.
Oh, yeah.
I program a soundbite from Paco Disco to say it puts the lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose again.
Gross.
In the basket.
Oh gosh. The doctor makes his way up the ladder. Looks at all of you. That was awfully quick.
Do we have Thunder or what was her name? Sorry, Tempest with us?
Yes, you do.
Gear will open the back of the van where the drone is probably like hovering right over.
So Gear Jammer, you pulling Tempest out of the...
Does she look like she's awake?
No, she's still unconscious.
Okay. Just sort of grab her by the shoulders, drag her, and drop her on the ground.
Oh, we're kidnapping people now?
Well, that's what the doctor asked us to do. So we
Okay.
brought him a gift.
I mean,
I can't remember. Is this the one I bit?
no.
No,
No.
you did. I think you bit Phoenix.
Super dead.
I think,
Yeah.
you bit Phoenix. Yeah, I think
Yes.
it's Phoenix. Or no, it was the blue-haired one, wasn't it? The blue.
Oh, Bo?
Bo, yeah, you bit Bo.
Okay.
Bo got bit.
Oh god.
And Phoenix, you guys basically Bo and Phoenix, you guys made run off. You had Bo pretty beat up, and Jack, you probably noticed this about Phoenix. As you caught a glance of her in the alleyway, kind of like watching you leave. She looked pretty tired, maybe drained from some of the magic that she was casting. So you would probably recognize that.
Been there, yeah.
But yeah, you guys pull her out. He looks at you, Cypher, and says, it's not exactly kidnapping. I didn't really 100%, well, anyway, she's got...
It's kind of kidnapping. Don't downplay it.
It's better than bringing you her arm instead.
Well, I guess when we're done, maybe we can just take her back and just drop her off where you got her. I mean, how's that work?
Mm,
I don't know.
I don't
We'll
know.
figure something out.
This is so far. I'm so far out of my comfort zone. I'm sorry. Oh yes, that's it. And she notices that you guys already removed the skin off of her, basically cybernetic arm. So it's kind of like Terminator 2 scene where just
That ain't right.
this bloody
Yeah.
mechanical arm like there. So. And he looks over it. He turns it over to where like the wrist area is, and he sees like this little compartment with some. Looks like you need like kind of like special tools to be able to open it. It's here. It's in here, and it's still intact. Oh, this is great. Tools. He starts looking around. Gear jammer. It is. Do you have the tools that can do this?
I'm assuming I would, given what I do for a living. So bring him over to my tool bench.
Okay.
Just basically drag her along with us. Prop her up so her arms on the bench. So he's got
What
nice
are we
work
gonna
area,
do with her
lights.
when we're done?
As you all are talking, Kill Switch pulls his laser sword out once more and just keeps it close to the doctor. And he kind of says in whispered tones so only the doctor can hear, hope you understand, we will be asking more information about Aries tech.
He definitely looks nervous because you have your laser sword like across his chest. Sure, I can answer what I can. I mean, what I know.
You take apart that arm and we'll ask you some more questions.
Okay, I'll be 100% honest. I mean, I've only seen the one, and it was blown up when I got it. So, I'm hoping that maybe, I don't know, maybe Gear Jammer has knowledge in this that I don't.
Aries tech? I doubt that. You, however, have gotten money from somebody as a doctor.
Well,
and he's just
see
waving
this,
the sword
and
in front of your
he
face.
starts like getting frustrated. He's like, "But this isn't my training. This isn't my forte. My forte is making the connections between the metal and the bio. It's making it meet and making it function. It's making the body learn how to, I guess, accept the electronics. It's that difficult balance between man and machine. See, that's my neck of the woods. When it comes to just machines in general, I don't really care that much. I just want the body to understand it, to be able to meld with it, to be able to use it." And you can tell he's getting really passionate about this as he's talking to you guys. Like,
As he's doing this, the sword is getting closer and closer to his flesh, and he's like, I'm trying to find a way to keep this machine from the rest of your body.
Okay. Listen, is it getting hot in here? I mean, he starts wiping sweat off his forehead.
You're just going to sort of reach out and just, give Killswitch a little pat on the shoulder.
He's like shaking.
As you pat him, the sword like goes a little closer each time you pat, and he's like,
Doctor and I will deal with this. You go talk to Jack.
Come here, Jack. We have a conversation to have.
What did I
Sort
do?
of pull the doctor over and start seeing how we figure out how to get this thing open for him.
"Hey, look, here, the faceplate shouldn't be that difficult to get off. I didn't have the right tools to be able to get the actual connection devices separated. But after that, it gets a little bit more challenging. See, if there was a self-destruction device on this, that would probably be the next thing that we have to worry about after we get the faceplate off. And if it goes off, it's probably going to blow up in your face."
Cypher steps back. Cypher just goes back to the couch.
Ding, ding, ding. Hits the metal plate on the front of his jaw.
So I must ask you, and he points to his jaw, like kind of like insinuating your jaw. Did something like this happen to you before?
Not quite so big.
Okay.
Just sort of takes this section of his jaw and just sort of makes like this size hole.
Interesting. Please be careful. I mean, this thing is very fragile.
Others would say, Workman's comp.
All right, so you're gonna try to take the faceplate off.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead and make. We're gonna call this engineering logic. So this is gonna be an engineering logic check. What is? Do you have any? Do you have any specializations in engineering?
In engineering, I do, but it is based on, I believe, we said it as e-drone mechanic.
Okay, so it'd be with drones.
Can I-
So this.
Yeah.
Could I try to cast increase attribute on his logic?
You can. Absolutely.
Give him a little boost?
Okay, so Jack comes up and he's going to. I think it's a touch spell, right? So you have to touch him.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, this may not work because of his. He's like doesn't have much humanity left for me to.
Yeah, it makes
spell
the
on.
threshold higher. I think is what it does.
It's gonna be 5 minus essence.
What? Yeah.
on.
What's your essence?
I have.
What's
Gear-
my essence?
Yeah, Gear Jammer. What's your essence?
6.
Point.
Oh wait, no.
I was gonna say it
That
can't be
was-
6 with all your cyber
that's-
stuff.
Yeah, no, that was my starting essence.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta go look and see. Do my
That's your like 0.5.
Yeah,
I got
it's-
4 hits.
Okay, hold on.
Because I think you got to have like at least 1 to succeed. I think. Well, for this, yeah.
Hold on, let me just
I'll
put my
sit on the
calculator.
couch with Cypher and try not to fall asleep.
Okay, so let's see, minus.
Your essence is probably like 1.
Yeah. I know it's less than 1.
It's less than
Uh,
1.
0.72.
Yeah.
There it is.
Oh,
So I have 0 net hits.
0 net hits. So the spell,
It's like
you're trying to manipulate magic and channel magic through him, Jack. It's almost
on his
like
jaw.
it's like bouncing off all the mechanics. And go ahead and try to. Did you resist your drain for that spell?
Yeah, I need it.
Yeah, go ahead and
Do
try to.
I
Resist.
Even worse, while you're doing that, Kill Switch is also grabbing you and saying, "How is your day, Jack?" And you're getting a gif in your head saying, "Focus on me." I am trying to not kill the doctor.
Okay, so we're doing engineering and logic.
Yeah, but unfortunately, Jack's spell does nothing for you.
Okay, I still got a whole boatload of dice with those two.
Take 1 stun damage.
Takes a little bit of drain. He busts a little bit of a sweat
Yeah.
trying to do that too.
Okay. That is 1, 3, 4. 5 hits, 1 glitch.
Oh, perfect. That's easy to separate this this cover from the contraption. When you open it up, you can see that there's kind of like a glass covering inside, and it looks like there are several kind of circuits and things that are attached to this. Definitely looks like it's wired to explode. So step 2 of this, basically extended test, would be. This is going to be a little bit different because basically you're going to have to do the old cut the correct wire of the bomb trick.
Get the red wire,
you
no
know,
the white wire. No the red wire.
If you've ever watched MacGyver, you can throw some quick. You can get a clothespin, a toothpick, and all kinds of stuff and put it together to make it work. But let's do. For this one, it's going to require engineering. We're gonna do two.
Okay.
We're gonna do 2 rolls for this. We're gonna do another engineering logic to just determine if you understand how this contraption works, and then
okay.
the second test is going to be if you determine which one to disable. You'll have to use engineering agility because it'll
Not bad.
take a fine hand to be able to disarm this without it blowing up in your face.
Let's see here. So first one. Okay, not bad, not great. 4 hits, no glitches.
4 hits, still good enough. As you're kind of looking through, you think you got an idea of how the contraption works.
Then I just drop a die for the last one.
And this is basically to disconnect the triggering wire that's going to set this thing off. The doctor takes a step back.
Is anyone else around me?
I think the girls
Oh,
are on
me
the
and
couch.
Beast and Fire on the couch.
Okay.
Jack, what are you doing?
I think, are we still close to him? Because we're.
I think you guys are like hovered around him, like you, Kill Switch, and the doctor, kind of just like peering over his shoulders. Ooh, not that one.
Geardo is just gonna look back at her and just go. And then. Okay.
Please don't make that sound.
I've programmed Paco Disco to do Jeopardy fame.
Out of 10, 6 hits, 3 glitches.
Ooh. 6 hits is very good though.
Yeah, it's literally I had 1 die that wasn't a color.
When you disconnect this wire, you disconnect it slowly. You can almost see like this little blue spark just go like really quickly. And then just this little small stream of just this light gray smoke just slowly creep up like a snake slithering towards the top of the roof of your garage. Just this really thin line of smoke. You get that smell, that whiff of something like electrical burning. Nothing happens.
Is that good or bad?
It's sitting there. And you can see that when you did that and it popped, that glass case just went like this, just the slightest bit. It just lifted up just the slightest bit.
Reach in and very carefully pull out the item, set it down beside,
Okay.
and take a step back and light up a cigar.
He chomps in on the cigar. There's an item there. The doctor quickly rushes over, grabs this little case. He looks like he opens it. He just there's like this air seal that just kind of goes off. Have you guys ever seen the original Predator movie when he takes off his mask and he's got those air pocket things in his hands that go?
Yeah.
It's kind of like one of those moments where you kind of this little air pops out, and then he pulls out what looks to be like a little glass test tube.
I hold up a pillow.
And he's looking at it quizzically. What? And there's a little cap on it, like a screw-off cap. And he takes the screw-up cap, takes it off, reaches in, and there's a. It looks like, in science, whenever you sample water or you test water, and you put this little strip into the water to see like
The
alkalinity and stuff like that. It looks like one of those, but it only has like a single little patch on it. And there's like a brownish black circle stain in the center of it. And he just looks at it.
I look at Gear Jammer and says, "Is this some sort of oil change?"
That was anticlimactic.
This is what he wanted me to find. And to understand.
Yay, you did it!
Now, why did you put it in the girl to begin with? Do we know that?
We
No idea.
needed the serial number to trace back to who is the main head of this. And if the doctor doesn't know, then apparently this item will get us closer to finding out who.
Right.
I'm going to immediately walk over to the doctor and grab him by his neck and push him up the wall one more time.
Why are we being hostile towards this man?
I'm asking you one more time. Do you know anything about us runners and who would be following us?
Oh.
Listen, I only know what I was able to find out with my
Tighter.
with my drones. See, they had everything. You're one of your. I think it was Cypher. Cypher was able to get some of the information, wasn't she? I mean, she's good at that sort of thing, right? Could you lighten up on that throat, please?
Let him down!
Gonna die.
He's complimenting me! Let him down!
I let his feet touch the ground, but my hand is gone from his neck.
he's still. Listen.
Why were you following us?
I told you already. I needed runners. I needed to find this information. Now, I don't know what this is or what it's for, but I'm sure we can find out.
You're willing to put all of our lives in danger for things you don't even know anything about.
Listen, it's not just your lives. I need this. And you guys remember how you guys he noticed that he had like a noticeable shake to him?
Mm-hmm.
While as you're basically strangling him, it gets worse. And it's more pronounced. And he looks at you all and I think he can fix this. And he holds up his hand. And he has really wobbly, shaky hands. This makes my job really difficult. I need to fix this.
Kill switch lets go and backs away, kind of like in horror.
Gearjammer looks at the doctor, looks at the arm on the woman, looks back at the doctor, looks back at the arm on the woman.
No. He looks at you. He's like, no, that's not what I mean. That's not. I don't. No. Leave that with her. No. Trust me. If I wanted to go that route, I would already done so. I mean, I don't want to go that route. I mean, no offense to you, Gearjammer. No offense to you whatsoever, but I don't want to do that.
Real arms, yeah.
I want.
Did we blindfold? I'm sorry.
No, I think you blindfolded him or blindfolded Tempest, right?
Tempest.
Yeah.
Okay, so it can't just. All right.
She was also stunned to living hell by little tiny that drones with slap patches on her.
All right.
So she's out for I think it's like 10 hours or something like that.
All right, we'll have to drop her off somewhere.
Do you want this? And he shows scarring along his arm. Because he's like really shocked with this, he's showing the skin, and you all see, depending on who knows him the longest, you see that he's actually showing his Venelago skin, but he sees like surgical points on his flesh where it seems like somebody has implemented something like in increments on his arm. You want this? You want stability? You know what this does? You know what this can do?
What did you do? What do you have?
Cypher. And he looks over to Cypher.
Yes.
I want you to tap into the system of my body and shut it down.
Okay. Are you sure?
Before he even releases anything, he's going to like go to do a punch at his face and is keeping.
Oh shit! Okay.
Down.
so Cypher is you're gonna dive into kill switch.
Shut it down.
And shut it down his body before he makes contact with the doctor's face with his fist.
Okay.
Here's
what do I roll?
Here's what we'll do for this Cypher. Since he's basically willing and he's letting you do this, I'm just gonna say we can skip a roll for this.
Okay.
Basically, you jump in quickly, and almost at the last split second, right before his fist makes contact with the doctor's face, it just stops, and kill switch is just still.
Doesn't move at all.
And the rest of you, Gearjammer waving his hand in front of you.
Do I see that this is his entire body system, not just his arm?
You specifically see that this, if you tap into it, it's his entire reflex system.
All of his reflexes have been basically, they're all mechanical.
Can we see any part of Killswitch's ears?
Oh.
That's up to Killswitch. I don't know.
He usually has a mask and stuff on, so you don't see his ears visibly.
But like, is it a like cloth mask? Would we be able to tell where your ears are?
It's a helmet, so you would be able to just slide it up and see it. And because has zero reflexes, it's not like he's gonna do anything to move it.
Gearjammer wouldn't go that route. If he could have seen yours, he was gonna flick one, but he ain't gonna pull the helmet off, flick the helmet back on.
Yeah.
Can I try and control his arm to drop?
Can she do that? Kill switch?
That will require her to gain access of it.
Okay.
So that's an actual roll to try and gain access to my reflexes.
So yeah, you would have to try to gain access to his reflexes. You can do it if you'd like to. If you'd like to try.
Yeah, I think she's curious, like, how far this goes.
Oh, is Cypher curious?
be like
that
a
she can
marionette?
step into Kill Switch's body and become Kill Switch? That would be
A little
freaking
bit.
sick. Oh, sweet. Yeah.
Just give
so,
you, like, the Matrix. Like, I'm fighting in the Matrix, you're fighting in real life.
Okay, so let's do this. Let's go.
What do I
I
roll
think
for
it's your Matrix
this?
action. Like, I guess, are you trying to brute? I guess this would be brute force, or because you're basically trying to overtake.
I don't want to hurt him, though.
Right, be smart about it because if you do brute force, I would probably reject it. I would try and contest it.
Yeah, I don't want to do brute
Or
force.
you could do the whole probe, look for a back door, and do it that way.
Cypher
Back
code.
door. I'm gonna
Yes,
find the
Kill
back
switches,
door.
kill switches back
Oh.
door.
Just flip it.
Cypher's probe and kill switches back door.
I'm finding your back door.
Well,
I'm gonna do backdoor entry. This is there's so many lines
hours.
here.
What about is there anything
Cracking
that I
a
will
lot.
contest, or should I roll something to notice if this is happening?
I think you do have to make some type of roll. Here, let me double check Matrix actions once again.
This is all
She
me.
could always data spike you.
I don't want to hurt him.
Let's see. You got a. Let's see. So are you doing probe first? To see, I think you have to probe first to find the back door.
Back door.
Let me-
Most of those things are listed with a contestant.
Yeah, they are contesting. Yes. So this is going to be cracking and logic versus willpower and firewall, or firewall times 2.
I don't have either, so it would just be straight willpower.
It'd be probably your straight willpower to contest it.
This is hilarious.
Now this is considered an extended test over a minute. So basically, if you fail Cypher, you can like choose to probe again. Remove one of your dice from your dice pool and roll again. Like each time you do an extended test, you remove a die, and you basically roll until like. To me, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. But you basically roll until you meet a certain threshold, and the threshold is going to be basically whatever he rolls on his contested check. So,
Okay.
you can go ahead and make your first roll, and Lip, you can go ahead and roll for
My contestant.
your contestation, and we'll go from there.
I got 3 hits.
3 hits, okay. So that'll set the threshold at 3.
The amount of counting I see over there, I'm pretty sure.
She's like crazy good at this.
She has you start doing like the shuffle or like around doing the robot.
Yeah, so that's 5 hits, 1 glitch.
Go.
Yeah, you have made yourself a backdoor access to his. Now you just do what's cracking and logic for backdoor entry. And this is going to be another contested check against your willpower.
Just willpower.
Basically, the whole probe was finding a way in, and now this is actually gaining access.
Yep.
All right. Well, this is interesting.
Oh dear.
Did you glitch?
For the first time I think we've ever had in our session, I have 4 glitches out of 4.
So you critical glitch.
Oh no. What does that mean?
oh, as bad as it gets.
That's pretty bad.
That is. The
What does
worst
that mean?
possible be.
Let me, while she's counting, I'm gonna search.
5 hits, 2 glitches.
Okay.
I am very nervous.
Let me check my.
I don't want to hurt him.
Let me check
Don't worry,
my-
I'll do it all to myself.
No, I saw this. Here it is. Here's the chart. Glitches and critical glitches. Let me pop this up really quick here, just to check it out. You know. Because that's what I like to do.
While we're doing this, fun little fact, you guys. Go ahead and get your Shadowrun dice if you haven't got one already. Some pretty dope glitch symbols.
Ooh, that's cool.
Crit glitches with our nice little Shadowrun on there. Also, if you like tiny dice and you like rolling a bunch, there's these.
Yeah, the we've got dice at home dice. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I've got one. Okay.
So you die.
Cypher, the Matrix side of Kill Switch is very weak. You gained easy access to his reflexes right now. You feel like you could control the mechanisms running his systems, and you could basically like walk around this Kill Switch as a Matrix in his Matrix like body. Kind of, you could actually physically walk around with him, move his arms and stuff. You feel like you've gained control of that access. Kill Switch. It seems that trying to defend against this has caused your reflexes to slow up and seize up a bit. So when you come out of this, you're gonna reduce your initiative score is gonna be reduced by 3.
Oh.
Is that permanent?
Till he sleeps?
Till probably you take a long rest.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, we're gonna be sleeping tonight. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, tonight it's 1 a.m., so that means you still got like 24 hours to go.
Oh, yeah.
That defeats the entire purpose of having automated reflexes.
True.
Make him do the Charles.
Oh no.
So, Cypher, what would you be doing with Kill Switch's body?
I would first get his hand to drop, make him step back a few feet from the doctor.
Okay.
And then I would make him do the choreography of my favorite J-pop band.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my.
The doctor's so confused.
He's
It would only just
lively
be
and
for the
capricious.
chorus, so it's like 20 seconds tops of the chorus, and then I stop and I bamf out.
okay. She does the whole chorus line of the song and bamps back out, and you guys watch as Cypher kind of. Yeah, as Cypher pops up on the couch, she's like she's doing the same moves that Kill Switch was just doing. So
I knew he was musically inclined, but
the doctor bends down and he picks up that little test strip that he had because he dropped it while Kill Switch was basically strangling him earlier. Wait a second.
Do you know what that means?
I don't know exactly what it means, but I think I know what it is. Any of you have a Band-Aid?
I bet we do in the all.
I have a roll.
This is gonna sound bad. A used one.
ugh.
Ugh.
Ew.
Looks kind of a Kill Switch. Looks for like a trash can. You've had to have cut yourself sometime doing some of your work, haven't you? Do you bleed?
Reach down, just cut his finger and hold it up with his
Okay.
actual hand.
Well, you didn't have to do that. I mean, I gotta be careful with what I say. He
Kill
looks,
Switch, are you okay?
I'll need a minute. He goes and sits on the couch.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I hurt you?
He's just gonna stay in Tina tone for the rest of the night.
Oh, okay.
The doctor. I'm assuming Kill Switch. You probably have some towels or rags or something lying around that you wipe.
Usually we have our,
you guys have stuff around the
There's
garage.
gotta be something.
So yeah, so he walks over, finds the cleanest kind of rag that he can find, and grabs it and comes over to where you cut your finger, and puts the rag like right on your finger for a moment, and then pulls it away, and then holds the rag and is like, huh, okay. Now just wait a little while.
Oh.
Do you see what's happening?
Yeah.
Look. See how when it dries, it starts to brown? And then he holds up the slither again. This is a blood sample.
Bro.
Cypher, can you tap into perhaps the police log, see if we can get a DNA test sample on this?
Sure.
How are we going to scan this? Do you have something that can scan DNA?
I have my laser sword that is RFID tagged. If you can somehow reprogram it to get DNA from blood off of it.
I could try.
I think it's more for fingerprints, if I'm not mistaken. I think it is just for fingerprints.
Yeah.
It's only for fingerprints. Unless you get DNA somehow by putting the blood onto the DNA fingerprint.
I do have a contact within the police, but he's not reliable.
Well, he's a police officer, so...
Yes.
Do you think, well, if he's not reliable, do you think he'll ask too many questions?
I mean,
I have someone...
he's a good police officer, but his loyalty isn't that high on a scale of 1 to 7.
How arbitrary.
It would be like a 2. I could grease his palm. You're right, dear Jamma.
Or
Jack is looking at his palm.
I could have my guy, my promoter, do a background check.
On DNA, so we don't know where it came from.
We usually do blood tests for new employees, get a new bodyguard on our team.
Yeah, but don't they normally send it to some kind of a lab or some place that can like test it and figure that stuff out?
Maybe we just raid the lab.
I mean, I could take this into my office and test it, but if it's not one of my patients, it's probably not going to come up. But
well, why don't you give us
if you have the sequence, I can check the actual database and see if it matches.
That's a great idea.
You just have to sequence it. Once it's sequenced, I can double check and cross-reference.
You can access the database?
Sure.
She says confidently.
I mean, if we... Yeah, it's just, I think this is a great idea. We'll just have to be very careful.
Just add it to my list of things I need to hack.
We're going into an Aries facility, a medical research facility. I mean...
Again, Kill Switch is not happy with this at all. If his reflexes were faster, he would have had a middle finger up by now.
Gear German just walks over to the massive Aries Roadmaster van and just sort of slams his hand on the roof of it.
You guys all look exhausted. I don't know what...
I mean, I have insomnia. I'm always exhausted.
That explains one of you.
So I'm used to it. I'm fine.
Maybe...
Bedtime's not till 4.
I could use a spell. Like sit for a spell. I could use a...
What time is it right now? Imananji.
It's probably like 2 or 3 a.m.
Oh.
All right.
Okay, so I have like an hour. An hour or 2.
Well, why don't we drop off poor Tempest somewhere, and we'll all head to our respective homes for the night and meet up in the morning. to tackle this.
You guys do that. I have something I need to do. I have to finish our other job.
All right. Do you need
Before
our
I go to bed.
assistance or?
Nah, I got it.
Okay. Okay.
Christy or Cypher, for this, what we could do is we could, this could be something that you could have done before they showed up.
That's what I really wanted to do.
Yeah.
Is rewind it and say that she already did it.
Yeah, I mean, so basically, what do you remember how much money was owed to you guys for that initial run that you guys did? I had the sheet.
Oh God,
but I
no.
cannot, for the life of me. I think I had it on my Word document. I didn't print it out.
5,000 each?
I think it was 5 or 7 each.
I think there was like a chance it could, like,
Yeah, we could, 5 if we did.
I
the
think it
simple,
was 5.
7 if we did.
Yeah, and then 7 if we did all of it.
Yeah.
I think that's.
Okay.
So we didn't get the 5.
We haven't gotten the
automatically
5
went
yet.
to the 7. Okay.
That means we'd all be getting 7.
Yeah, is it 7 total, or is it 5 plus the 7 if we do the other?
It would have been
got
7 total, I think.
5
Oh,
each to do the mission, plus 1,000 if the video is played, plus 1,000 if the demo reel is unlocked.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so we're sitting at 6.
We're
so
sitting
if
at
I do
6.
this,
If we
get an
unlock
extra.
everything, that's 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, you are accessing the Matrix, and
Yep.
truthfully, to do this, you're basically traveling. And the thing about Matrix is there's really no, like, you can just kind of like move about different files and things of that nature as you move through. And because you're a technomancer, you can just do it out of your head, which is amazing.
Yep. I'm just sitting on the couch while I'm waiting for them to come back, and that's what I'm doing.
Okay, so you're gonna try to brute force this, or you're gonna do the probe backdoor thing? I think brute force is they automatically know someone is trying.
Yeah, no,
to...
I'm not brute forcing.
Again,
No,
you're trying to-
Cypher's not often brute force.
trying to
She
be
always
sneaky
does
about
things
it?
carefully.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Well, we're gonna go ahead and make a contested roll then.
Alrighty.
Firewall times 2. Roll some dice. Ooh.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh. And I still have to roll one more. Ooh. Okay. 2, 4, 6,
And
7 hits, 1 glitch.
Oh, easily enough. You were able to probe around, snooping around the Matrix, and find and gain access to a back door. Hey, thank you, Anonymous Cheerer.
Anonymous
For
cheerer.
the 300
Hey.
bits. We appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Yes. So now you got to remake that same roll. This is for the backdoor entry.
Yes,
You're
sir.
trying to hack into this mainframe.
Like a GUI and Visual Basic to triangulate the position.
Okay. And then I roll one more. So not as good. 5 hits, 1 glitch.
Still good enough. I only had 3 hits. So you have made your way into the inner workings of the system of this entertainment group that has several file folders of different individuals. Cannot remember this girl's name for the life of me. I think it was
Sang-chan.
Sang Chen. That was it.
Sang.
You do find her files. However, you're going to have to remove the encryption from the file to be able to release it
Oh,
to
boy.
the public. It's a private folder, and only certain people within the entertainment group have access to it. So basically, what you're going to have to do is get rid of that encryption to release it.
Okay.
think there's like an encrypt or something, or
Cracked file?
it might be crack file specific for this. Crack file. You remove the protection from a file. Yeah, making it readable. Yep, that's what it is.
All right, who deactivated Gear Jam?
He shuts down.
Holy shit. Okay.
Gear Jammer, find your USB drive, plug in again. There you go.
I almost glitched that roll.
Do I get an award for having all ones? That sounds like that's still a feat. I know it's only 4 dice.
So 6 hits, 2 glitches.
Oh yes, you're able to crack that file and remove the encryption from it, making this a public file folder now that you're able to do whatever you want to, whichever you desire. You can open it, you can share it, you can do whatever you'd like to it. It is now in your possession, Cypher.
So I'd like to have all the files copied to me,
Okay.
first of all.
Perfect.
Second of all, I'm going to put it on their main website and expose the fuck out of them.
Oh, Cypher! Oh, what would this be?
Make sure you walk out before you hit the button publish. Publish and then yeet.
Let's see. What would this be?
I have no idea. Control device?
What's it?
Edit file?
Well,
Format device?
see, edit file is a legal action. I'm not sure this would be a legal action.
Well, I have backdoor entry.
Yeah, you're
Aren't I
technically
admin?
in control. Yeah, let's go ahead. You can.
I have admin access.
Yeah, let's go ahead and make electronics. You're gonna make electronics logic roll for this.
Electronics logic.
As you are basically trying to put this Sang Chen's mixtape on this entertainment group, which I've also forgotten the name of the entertainment group, and I cannot get my Word file for this. Because it happened, what, 5 months ago? Whenever we started?
Yeah. Okay, so that is, I'll use one of my edge points to make a floor of 5.
Okay, perfect.
So that's 5 successes, 3 glitches.
5 successes is just enough. I'm glad you spent that edge point.
Me too.
That was the kicker.
Because that made me nervous. That it was almost a glitch, like a full glitch.
Yeah,
I had don't like that.
4
That's too close for comfort.
4 hits on the defense on that for me, but yeah, you've now basically reformatted their website to basically link to one of you kind of like weed through some of her mixtapes. You pick the best one you think is the best one, showing off like her best of her abilities, and not only that, but just her personality and things like that, and you put that right smack dab as the homepage when people go to their website. You know, it's kind of like when you look up like the major record company and you get this pop up this. It's interesting because it's a very crude looking mixtape, so to speak, of this girl performing, but the sound quality of her voice is just outstanding. As you're doing all this, you notice that there is a folder that's labeled Payo. Unfortunately, as you don't have access to it yet, but there is a folder there that has Pio's name on it as well.
Yeah, let's look into it. Let's.
All right.
I'm already.
Hey,
here.
why
Let's
not?
look into it.
Let's go ahead and make your roll.
Pushing luck always goes well.
I always like that. Well, you know, I'm here. Might as well.
It's the same. It's 5 hits, 3 glitches.
Okay. That's enough. You've unlocked Pio's folder, and you now have gained access to it.
What's in it?
Absolutely nothing.
Oh.
It's empty. And checking back over like the diagnostics of the folder and the properties of the folder, it's been like deleted as of this morning.
Oh, because of the shit that went down because of us. Oh, damn. Oops. All right. Before I leave, I'm going to push luck one more time and try and encrypt the website so it takes them a while to take it back down.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, go ahead and make a roll for that. I honestly, I think you just make a roll for it. I don't contest it with anything, and whatever like your number of hits is like the difficulty for them to crack it. I think is how this works.
Okay.
Yeah, your hits establish the encryption rating is what it does.
4, 5. Holy shit. 6. And I reroll 1. Holy wait. Okay, that's not it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, also be careful, Christy, because you have.
Oh yeah, those Overwatch.
You have Overwatch.
Oh yeah,
and you have insomnia, so you can't use your edge more than in one day.
More than twice, I know.
Yeah.
But I also rolled last. No, but I rolled last time and I didn't have the insomnia for this day.
Okay.
Yeah, so 2, 4, 6, 7.
7.
And 7 hits, 3 glitches.
So basically, there's an encryption rating 7 on this. So somebody would have to score basically 7 hits to be able to crack your encryption, to be able to do anything to this website, as you basically locked their main webpage down.
This is their new webpage. Hope they like it.
Little do they know the password encryption password.
What they say on Critical Role, it's always the password's always swordfish. Is that what it's?
Yeah.
Yeah. And before I leave, I'll leave their system, but before I leave the Matrix, I'm going to enter my cleaner complex form.
Okay.
To reduce my Overwatch score.
Nice. Do you have to roll for that, or does it just kind of automatically happen?
Yeah, I have to make I have to make electronics and resonance.
Okay, perfect.
Electronics.
Trying to clean up that matrixy residue that you left behind while you were making this mess of their website. Cypher is a Matrix badass.
I've been wondering this too. If I don't have technology skills, would I still be able to do like a basic Google search on phone?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any technology skills.
Yeah,
either.
you guys are all like you've grown up with this stuff, so yeah, like basic like browser searches and stuff. Piece of cake.
Okay.
Yeah.
My my Overwatch score reduces by 5.
Okay.
Nice.
What would how now keep track of how many What does it say?
Mine's
about...
currently sitting at 7 before I did all this.
So we had backdoor entries. OS increases as normal. How does? Let's see. I always get confused by Overwatch and how much it rises and how much.
I'll take it down to 2 right now, and then I'll add whatever you're gonna add.
Okay.
I don't know if the Overwatch would go higher due to her activity with my tech, because wouldn't I be the one that would be sounding the alarm if that was?
Yeah.
When performing matrix action, if it's legal or illegal, if the test is illegal, note number of hits scored by defender. This is not net hits, but all hits scored. This total becomes the Overwatch score.
Oh, so it doesn't matter if I do it or not.
Yeah, it's whatever the hits are of the defender. So however many hits Michael rolled, that becomes the Overwatch score for each illegal action.
Where are you finding that rule for that? Where's that at?
So it's
Overwatch score and the convergence. I have no idea.
For the
176.
So it's for the probing and backdoor, because after I get backdoor, I get admin access and it's legal.
A second, let me.
Yeah, as long as it's legal.
So after the backdoor is open, everything else is legal. But
so it's just probing is causing the Overwatch score to go up.
I throw it in Discord if it's easier.
Yeah.
So your score goes up at least by 3 from what I wrote.
Yeah, so 3 from... You get 3 Overwatch from basically illegally taking over Killswitch's body.
Okay.
And I think my first roll was 3 hits as well on the backdoor entry.
Okay.
So that would be total of 6.
That's fine.
For your Overwatch.
Yeah, so I'm up to 8.
And I'm sure there was probably another thing. The Pio thing and the other, didn't you have to? No, you just kind of.
I already had.
Yeah, so
I had 7 Overwatch score before this all happened.
Yeah,
so that was.
It would have been just a total of 6 for this instance. Okay.
Yeah, and then I minused 5, so I'm sitting at 8.
You're sitting at 8
currently.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh, I wish I was as low as an 8.
All right, so Christy, Cypher, I think you feel like you successfully done some damage and gained some information doing this. Is there anything else you'd like to do while you're here?
I finished our job, and we should probably get paid now. Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah,
but I already finished tomorrow. You should check out their website. It's really great.
Okay.
Google search. I'm curious about this one.
There's another section I found on it.
Oh, things that increase Overwatch score as follows. Yeah. Overwatch score increases by 1 for each matrix action modified by a hacking program.
Oh.
Interesting. Simply
hacking program?
If you set up a program to do hacking for you, then it goes up by 1.
Okay, yeah, using programs. I think that would be more for like deckers. Deckers have to use programs on their decking units, I think.
So technically, that's scary. Gear Gemmer drones would slowly be gaining Overwatch as well.
Well, would they be? Because I'm not hacking.
Only if he's hacking.
Oh, if what we did with the drones to hack into the mainframe,
what he was doing to hack into those drones before was probably would have probably done Overwatch.
Yeah.
Well, considering I glitched out and got an Overwatch at 20, I think we got Overwatch.
Yeah. You got big time screwed on that one.
He got slammed.
All right. So Cypher seems to come back to her state of consciousness, and it seems to be super excited and is telling you guys to all get on your comm links and search the web and check out their website and everything. As you guys basically all simultaneously get on the website, it's like instantly plays the track, and you guys can see what it sounds like. Pio's voice at first, but then you look closer to the video, and yeah, it's totally not Pio. It's the person you were hired by.
hilarious.
It only took us 5 months to finish this job.
I'm forwarding this website link to Jasper.
Okay. You forward it over to Jasper.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't get a response for a while. You assume he's probably asleep.
Oh yeah, it's super late.
Yeah.
I don't know timing.
I am going to send a message to Sang Chan's manager though, to be like,
Okay.
check it out.
All right. So you send a message his way. Throw a text message. You don't get a response either. You're assuming he probably.
That's fine.
He's
I'm going to
asleep.
bed.
Yeah, it's fine.
Now I can go to sleep.
Yeah, it seems like the doctor's getting pretty tired himself. He's starting to kind of clean up some of the mess from everything. He looks down and basically Tempest is just lying there on the floor. He just looks at all of you and kind of like shakes his head.
I carelessly, without like much motion, because I'm still kind of weak, just grab her by the leg, kick open the same kind of oil vat drop that we have in the basement, and just kind of slide.
No, don't do that. We have to drop her off. So
Yeah.
Oh
like
yeah,
a
I'm
corner.
drop her off. Let's go.
No, we don't want her to. We don't want her to know where we are or where she has been. So we have
Slide
to
the
put her in the
pothole.
van.
She has no idea where she is.
But which arm is a cybernetic arm, left or right?
The right.
Okay.
Okay, so let's put her in the back of the van and we'll drop her off somewhere. Maybe nice.
I will deal with it.
All right.
The doctor kind of looks at all of you, looks over at Gear Jimmers. I really can't go back to my place. Is it okay if I just crash? And he points to the couch.
Points over at the couch and just nods.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And he goes and he starts looking like he's like fluffing the couch cushions a little bit, kind of trying to get it set. There's like grease stains and stuff on the couch from being in a garage, you know.
Hero Jammer, can you drop me off at home, please? I want to sleep in my bed.
Me too.
Unless I can borrow one of your cars.
Oh.
I'll bring it back in the morning.
Oh.
He's not a fan of eating.
I don't know what vehicles you have available, but I'll take one.
Gear Jammer said, actually, for those who aren't aware, just like this garage, Gear Jammer has the Aries Roadmaster that has the two massive mounted machine guns in the back of it.
Right.
I don't need that one.
Has the Range Rover that we were driving around with when we went around the first day. It also has a motorcycle.
Can I take the motorcycle? I'll bring it back.
No, we all need to get home, Jonathan. Why don't we take the land?
But we're all like other places around the city. I can take me and Kill Switch home.
Okay, you and Kill Switch can go home.
Now.
Is there like an Uber service we can call or like a
Public transport, perhaps?
Yeah, I mean,
we are not taking
Gear Jammer
public
Do you
transport.
mind?
Pointed Lady V and Jack. Get in van.
Oh,
And
all right.
reaches over, tosses the keys to the bike over to Cypher.
Oh my goodness, he's letting you take it.
Wow.
I'll be very
Break it.
careful.
I break you.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say I could buy it because, like, I really want that. Don't break me! You love me!
We know there are more we can steal.
Now this is
Okay.
this is like a similar Harley to like what Ludite had, right? Is it like similar to that?
Yeah.
This is literally this is jacked up so that I can jump into it and control it if need be.
Okay, gotcha. So yeah,
All I can imagine is like a sidecar with Jack in it with his like briefcase or something, just like
Lively.
That's awesome. But I think it's
Alright, get done.
Invigorating.
Kill Switch is riding on the back with
Actually,
Cypher, or
as Cypher gets on the motorcycle, I pat her in the back and I take out my fiber string and I get home safe as I walk over to the doctor in the couch.
and he's walking kind of slow. You can see his joints aren't
Wait,
exactly
wait.
working the way they should.
Kill switch. Kill switch. Let's go.
You get a message in your head saying, I'm not leaving all of the artillery and technology with this doctor. And you see him slowly tying the wrist of the doctor to the couch.
Hey, he's like sitting there fluffing cushions, and all of a sudden his hand is grabbed. What's going on?
Will you stop?
What
You
are
are
you doing?
untrustworthy individual.
You get a gift text message in your head saying exclamation point.
Wait, are you just going to sleep here? You don't want to come home?
I'll be good for tonight. He just keeps his mask up.
Wait,
Okay.
he like looks around. Wait, you guys aren't leaving me here with him alone.
Play nice.
Why don't you stay too? I mean, we can make room. There's Gear Jimmer. There's other couches, right? We got other guys. Cypher phone rips out of the garage.
I like it. Can we take Tempest and drop her off at like a library or like a hospital or something?
Oh yeah,
Like a public place?
Yeah. You would rather do a hospital or a library?
Yeah, hospital.
Hospital. Okay.
Gear Jammer's going to take a small toolkit with him.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh no.
That's
terrible people.
Just put her in the back of the trunk, put the tool chest next to her, and then get everybody else into the car.
Alright, me and Jack will sit in the car.
Yep. Jack. Does Jack remember to buckle his seatbelt? Always.
Of course.
Yes.
First thing you do when you get in the car.
So you guys go tearing off to. You guys go tearing off to a hospital.
Well, no, I'm going to drop the two of them off first.
All right.
Okay.
Oh god.
You're gonna drop the two of them off
We
first.
really are mercenaries.
Okay.
After you drop them both off, they head back into their establishments to get ready for bed and get rested up.
Safely.
As he says that, just floors up and sort of fishtails the van out of the street, turning down the next road.
Yeah, as you're watching your grid, your digital grid on your GPS for your car, all of a sudden your car starts to speak to you. Where to now, big buddy?
I missed this car.
Oh yeah.
We need an alley about a block from hospital so I can remove something.
You haven't taken me an alley for quite a long time.
It is hard now. There are so many people around all the time.
All right. I'll find an alley, and you get there's a couple blips that happen on your GPS, and eventually the Range Rover pulls into an alley, a dark alley. Some rats kind of skitter across it.
Yes.
You pull in.
Stop. Hop out, run back, open the trunk, and basically somewhere wherever that right arm is attached.
Yeah.
I want to take out a couple of my tools and see if I can remove the cybernetic arm.
Okay. Go ahead, and this will be engineering logic.
So I don't blow up the car.
Killing your only true love.
She must
I'm
be
just trying to remove
protecting
Tempest's
all
arm. Ooh, I really like that. The looks of that. That is 5. Yeah, I'm sorry. 6 hits, 2 glitches.
6 hits, 2 glitches. Nice. Now what I want you to do, that took about 30 minutes to get that much.
Okay.
You still think you got some more to go. You can make another roll, but you'll have to take 1 die out of the dice pool, and this will be another 30-minute test.
Okay, so that brings it down to 10. So let's see, that's 6. 8.
So you're vigorously trying. This is complicated tech right here that you're trying to do in the back trunk of a Range Rover in a dark alley in the middle of New Orleans.
Yeah, this doesn't sound shady at all.
It's a Tuesday.
How much shadier
Takes her wig off when she gets home because it's giving me a headache.
5 hits, no glitches.
5 hits, no
Nice.
glitches.
Whoa.
Very nice. Probably because of your familiarity with your own cybernetics and things that are involved with you, you're able to, within an hour, you're able to detach this arm. Now there's like a metal plating there that was attached, and you think maybe the Dr. Jenkins might be in, like, that might be his specialty, responsible for getting that connection set, but you actually have the cybernetic arm detached from Tempest. Here's the issue. At the end of that 30 minutes, you hear her start to moan a little bit, like as if she's starting to wake up or come back to consciousness.
Backhand.
Dump her in the alley.
Dump her in the alley? So you dump her into a pile of trash bags.
Right on the back of the car.
And you're just slamming the trunk, or slamming the door of the...
Slamming the gate, getting the hell out of there.
That's cold.
ripping out of there. And you just...
Let her wake up and figure it out.
Talk about a quickie.
The vehicle goes ripping out onto the street, tearing back towards the garage.
As I tell my car to take back, roll down the driver's side window, wave with her own arm.
As you're waving, you're looking in the mirror, like hoping that you might see her like run out from the alley, but you never do. You just kind of just tear off into the city streets, into the night. Some of your AR things are popping up into your vision, like telling you to show up in another hour for a nice warm breakfast, and you get all these like random like different AR things passing by as you're moving, and you make it all the way back. Now that was an hour to do that, probably about 30 minutes to drop off the other two. So we're talking, what is it, like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning when you get back? I mean, or it might even be later than that, like 5:30 or 5 o'clock in the morning, something like that. So you're
once I know the car's handling it, I'm just putting the seat back and just passing out in the driver's seat.
Okay. Perfect.
You let my baby get me home.
All right.
And then I'll just stay passed out and I'll sleep with her for the night.
She just whispers softly to you as you're laying down. I'll take you home. And she just drives you to the garage. I know it's probably kind of early, but let's go ahead and take an early break for the night, as this is like a good place for us to take a moment to stop play while you guys are all basically resting up at your houses and things like that. But yeah, this has been fun. I've missed Shadowrun. So we're gonna be back in about 5 to 7 minutes after a short break to refill drinks and such.
Hell yeah.
But we'll be right back, guys. So stay tuned for the second half of tonight's episode of Shadowrun, and we will be back very soon. You know what? I just went back live because I want our viewers to see this, because I think they all need this in their life. As everybody has felt during the break that we needed to play with all of our webcam settings and make interesting creepy faces. Welcome back to Shadowrun, everybody. We're having a blast. Probably a little bit too much fun as we dive back into our adventure.
I'm in the Matrix.
I like that.
That's a good idea. That's what you should do every time you dive in. You should just change.
I go in the Matrix.
You go to the Matrix.
This is it.
That's it.
Yes.
Or is it this one?
That's like a wormhole kind of thing.
That,
Like in the Matrix, I'm here.
That's is that
My potion.
is that the backdoor entry?
Yeah.
It's canon. I'm keeping it. I'm gonna remember this.
or like
shit.
you put your eye really close and it's the probing. Your eyes like the whole webcam.
I'd like to take the pro.
They just take one finger while it's right there and just go.
Wow, squirrel, folks, squirrel.
Screw the squirrel.
Welcome back, everybody. We're back here at Shadowrun, the proficiency bonus. We're gonna dive right back in. Yeah, we're gonna try to dive back into this adventure as we continue on with this this cool, epic cyberpunk fantasy. You guys sleep in. Much needed rest. Are any of you injured by any chance?
No.
Yeah.
I'm stunned.
Oh.
I have
Stunned?
stun damage. Yeah.
The way
I don't think so.
the way healing works in this game is a little bit different than like in other RPGs. Resting does help. It helps stun damage a lot more than it helps physical damage. Does anybody have any physical damage?
I have physical,
Oh,
but
apparently
I'm a quick healer, so I can work.
Oh yeah,
I'm
you got a quick
healer
healer.
too.
Where's that heal?
No, I've got rapid
It's
healing.
in here somewhere. Is it after combat section? Here it is.
So characters have a +42 for every 3 boxes of damage to anyone. It said down here.
So
for
here it is. To heal stun damage, you roll body plus willpower once per hour. And any hits you get takes off a box of stun damage.
Gotcha.
To heal physical damage, you roll body plus body once per day.
Ooh.
And
Ooh.
each hit heals 1 box of physical damage per day. So, like, if you're really beat
I
up,
can-
you're not going to be able to heal, like, you're not just going to be able to, it's not like D&D where you just take a long rest and you're automatically up to full HP.
Right.
Ooh, crazy.
Sometimes it takes multiple days to heal from your wounds.
Do glitches hurt healing at all?
Some can, but only if it's specifically stated.
Okay.
I think with you, MG, with Jack, I think
Yeah.
the only way you can heal your drain damage is by resting.
Gotcha.
So you might want to keep track of what stun damage that you're taking from drain versus like if you were to get like hit with other things that would cause stun damage.
Gotcha.
Because
I
like
will
a
keep-
first aid kit or anything else that would heal stun damage for you will not work
Yeah.
on drain for a mage.
Okay.
Mhm.
Good to know. Good to know. I need at least 3 hours of rest to get back to normal.
Sure. And honestly, you guys don't have a whole lot. And if you're taking a full 8 hours of rest, you guys can do that. It's totally up to you how long you guys want to rest up.
We'll get together for a nice brunch tomorrow. No?
I
Kind of. Are you talking? Can I hear?
To myself. What else is new?
His
Yeah.
vocal modulator wasn't
Yeah.
activated.
Your comm link was down. Yeah.
I got a good night's rest. I rolled my
commerce guild.
insomnia. I slept.
Good.
You slept?
Nice.
I
I wish
slept.
I could do that IRL.
What role do you have to make?
It was really hard.
What role do you have to make for that? What is that? A
Uh,
zombie role?
it's willpower plus body, and I need at least 3.
Oh, you need at least 3 hits.
And
on
I
it?
just got 3, and I only rolled 5 dice,
Oh,
Nice.
that's good.
so it's rough.
also for my social stressor, or for any of our social stressors, how long do they last? They're not very clear how long that.
I
I
want to
was
say it's
assuming
until you
until you
make
go-
your charisma check, I think.
Well, mine affects all of my charisma checks after it's been mentioned.
Oh wait, that's the same as mine. Now that you say that.
But I don't know how long that lasts for.
I will just say just for a rule that we can use right now, probably if you've removed yourself from that situation that caused the stressor, it would probably remove that effect.
So I'm assuming.
So like if you're around,
I see her again.
possibly yes. If you have if anything kind of like if that flares up once again, yes, you might have that situation. So anytime you're probably around that person, it's kind of like how fear works in Dungeons and Dragons. You know, you can't go closer to them, and you have disadvantage on everything.
This is literally this character.
Okay, so you guys all get a good night's rest. Lady V wanted everybody to meet up for brunch, but that was some of the messages that you're getting from her on your comm links early in the morning. She sent you a quick video. Well, I don't know, would Lady V send a video, or would she just send text messages to the group?
Text messages.
Oh, yeah.
Snapchat?
Snapchat.
Not even.
Yeah.
She types in complete sentences as well.
You get a gift back of Dracula kind of diving away from the sunlight.
I say mimosa back to him.
You see another gif of Dracula appearing from behind a couch.
Just can't appease some people.
Ohoi
Georgia
gozaimasu.
will probably
I'm
wake
going
up.
to message V Senpai that I'm gonna join her for brunch.
Okay, wonderful.
Georgia is literally just going to wake up enough to send back a very poorly spelled en route.
Okay.
Gear Jammer.
To go pick everybody up and go back to
It's
sleep.
the letter N and the word
Gear Jammer, as you pull your comm link down to begin to like lay back down, you can see all of a sudden like coming into focus in the camera, the doctor has his face like stuck on the side window of the vehicle, like looking in, and then he knocks a couple times. Are you okay? Are you up? Are you fine?
No. What?
What's happening? It's like already like almost noon.
We get
Probably past noon.
It's
It is probably
probably
past
past
noon.
noon, yeah.
I'm still we're
It's
having
like almost 3
brunch.
p.m. What are you doing?
It's probably
Wake up.
it's probably like 2 p.m. I would say it's probably around 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine, we'll have lunch.
It's 2.
It's
Get them
2.
back. We'll go get those.
Do you have any food upstairs? I'm really hungry.
He's been up all this time,
Get in
just waiting.
the car.
Okay. Sure.
back.
Yeah, yes, in the back. Okay, he opens up the door, he slams it. You can see on his wrist, there's like red marks from where Kill Switch had him like tied up and stuff
Oh no!
the night before.
Do I see Kill Switch anywhere?
Yeah, he fell asleep right next to the couch, and he had his mask on, and it says his mask had a happy face, and he just had playing on his headphones really loud, "I'll be watching you."
Yeah, it's
You're like, are you like Zero with the emojis and everything?
Yes.
Okay. Zero. I finally found the connection.
as you're like sitting behind the wheel of the car and you track over and you see this, the doctor like looking over there is like looking over your shoulder. Yeah, it took me a little while to fall asleep, but you know, after a while the music kind of was a little bit relaxing. It was like, you know, almost like an ambience. And then when you get so tired, I mean, you just pass right out anyway, right?
After 11 a.m.
Just driving. Me and the doctor driving away to go get V and Jack.
Are you leaving Kill Switch to rest?
If he's still sitting over there and he's not coming towards the car, yeah, I'm just driving away.
One of those situations where you look over, you see his body, you look over again, and he's
Every smile you take, every step you break, I'll be watching you. Boom, 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 boom. So Gear Jammer, you take off and head towards
It's a really creepy song.
It is kind of a creepy song, yeah. You head towards picking up your friends. Who are you gonna go pick up first?
V.
All right.
Okay.
Lady V.
She complains if she's not picked up first and not sitting in the front seat. So.
Exactly.
That's it.
Thank you.
Lady V, the is it a Land Rover or Range Rover?
Range
It's the
Rover.
Range Rover. Oh yeah, it's nice. So I think the Range Rovers are more like boxy looking, and the Land Rovers are more. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. I can't remember what the difference
Is it a
between
Range
the
Rover?
two.
Whichever is more expensive.
Yeah. This one, I'm sure this one costs a lot of money. He pulls up in the vehicle to your estate, and you jump into the front seat, and the doctor's in the back seat there.
She probably gets goosed a little bit as she jumps in, pull the hand from under.
Oh yeah,
her.
you notice there's a mechanical hand that he pulls out under your tush as you sit down on the chair.
Did you steal this from that Tempest lady?
Oh,
Nice.
yeah. That is nice.
Yeah, you tried to con me. Go ahead, Gear Gem.
Well, it's from her. She
You
does
can't
not-
con the con artist. Now, so you took this from her.
Yes. Well,
That's
then,
fine. I really don't have any moral quandaries with that, actually.
Then wave to her with it.
Where is she at?
Pile of trash.
I told you to leave her at the hospital.
But she woke
It's
up.
up to the hospital.
Oh, she woke up?
She woke
I think
up
it was like an
during-
alley away from the hospital, wasn't it? It was like really close to the hospital.
It was somewhere near the hospital. as we were
Okay,
heading
so it
there.
wasn't that close. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like, oh, this is a plan. I can just stop here.
A hospital could be found near this alley.
I suppose it'll have to do. But brunch anyway. Or lunch, whichever we're at now. I guess pick up Jack next.
And then back to garage as Cypher should be there soon.
Oh,
Well, I was just gonna meet you wherever Lady V
Oh,
said
yeah,
she
that's
wanted
true.
brunch.
Yeah.
Okay. If we're meeting up.
All right. So would you have waken up Kill Switch then, knowing this ahead of time, or would you
If
go
we're
all
meeting
the way
somewhere
back to the garage and then?
I would say, after sending the messages to Lady V, I would say I would be there, so you could just go ahead and leave.
Okay.
You said you were going to be there if you didn't make a move for the car, then yeah, take off.
Okay.
All right.
So you guys pull back.
Comes to the
You
car.
guys pick up Jack. Jack hops into the back seat beside the doctor. Snugly buckles himself in.
Of course.
How's Jack looking today?
Is my comlinks? Oh, I'm looking pretty healthy and chipper. I got a good night's sleep.
It's good.
My comlink's been making all this noise. I was surprised to see you guys show up. What are you doing here?
The doctor looks at you and he looks at your
That's-
comlink. He's, what noise? What are you talking about?
I don't know. It keeps beam, 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 beam. Then you guys show up out of nowhere. I wasn't expecting you.
Lily realizes that Kill Switch put in
You
a
do
bell.
realize that you can't turn off your notifications, and the notifications always come through.
The doctor kind of looks over. He kind of grabs your comlink from you and looks at it. He's like, you have like 47 notifications.
Oh.
You don't know how to check them?
He doesn't understand technology. Poor boy.
It's just a comlink.
It's just
Yeah.
Anyway.
he just like he looks at you awkwardly and hands the comlink back to you. Oh, okay, whatever. So
Jack, you do understand that box is to help us. All right. You do you, Jack. You do you.
This this conversation's over.
Yeah, he's shut out.
All right. To brunch.
Lady V, where's one of your favorite places to go for brunch? I'm gonna let you name the restaurant.
Why I'll do it from real life. The Rittenhouse.
The Rittenhouse. All right. So you guys
Yes.
set your coordinates to the Rittenhouse. You are texted the coordinates cipher as you receive basically a link to a GPS location of this place that you can quickly link with your.
I kind of just like use it with my contacts as an overlay on the road and just kind of follow it like Tron.
Yeah, like there's like this purple line that you just follow along the
Yeah,
roadway.
just follow.
Nice, yeah. So you're heading that way. Kill Switch, how are you getting there?
I'm going to take the scenic route, walking there, but while doing that, I wanted to actually stop back over to the slum area to see if I can get back in touch with the old man that I ran into.
Okay. All right. We're gonna call this like a perception test. If you have the perception skill.
I do.
What's the attached attribute to that?
Intelligence.
Intelligence, yes.
And I get. Oh, it's intelligence, not logic. Never mind. Why did I do this to myself?
It says intuition is the primary stat.
There you go.
Intuition.
Yep.
I don't know why. That's still thinking D&D.
Yeah.
There we go.
Fun fact, the Rittenhouse is an actual hotel on Rittenhouse Square. And I go there and have tea. And it's wonderful.
3 hits.
Cool.
And
What
you
type
can
of
contact us at
foods do they have?
sufficiencyboss@gmail.com to sponsor us.
Hell yeah!
Nice.
No, I go there with my mom to have tea for Mother's Day. So we get
Aw.
the tea and the tea sandwiches and the cookies.
Oh, it's like high tea.
Yeah, it's high tea, yeah.
Oh, cool. I love high tea.
I love high tea so much.
I love regular tea, black tea, orange tea. Doesn't have to be high. You know?
The high tea service.
Kill Switch. All of a sudden, you see all these people walking around the slums with hot cups of tea. You're looking around all these tents. It's middle of the day now, so people are just kind of moving about. Some of them are just kind of sitting still in their small groups. You do notice him, and it looks like he noticed you first, and seems to be looks like he's trying not to be seen by you.
I'm trying not to be seen by anybody else. I'm also trying to cover up my face as much as possible.
Okay.
I head over and just kind of gently shoulder check him and excuse me.
I totally forget this guy's voice. Was he really old like this? Was it kind of like this?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do this.
Kinda. Yeah, that'll work.
Sure. You're the GM. You got
Yeah,
this.
that'll work.
I just have to think. I just have to channel my inner Deckard Cain.
Yeah.
So, stay a while and listen.
Yeah.
You bump into him, shoulder check. Oh, excuse me. And he looks back down, like almost pretending not to recognize you. But you have like your passive insight. Your insight would tell you that he noticed you already. It looks like he's trying to like just hobble away.
Sir, you said that you knew something about the skulls. Do you know anything about Aries tech?
He stops walking away from you. He's still looking away from you, but he stops walking. He looks over his shoulder towards you. He's like, I don't know much about Aries tech. But I do know that the skull is showing up in more and more places. It seems almost as if it continues to grow. We can't talk too much about it here. And he looks around like he's like afraid to talk about it in front of a lot of these people.
Nevertheless, and you see he kind of like goes in to shake his hand, and as he shakes his, he's gonna slip a DJ Solo business card into his hand.
Okay.
And he's just gonna kind of start moving really quickly away from.
Okay. Yeah, so you just kind of quickly skitter off. You just take a quick glance over your shoulder, and it seems like he's picking up the card and he's reading it, and then takes it, and you can see him kind of bury it into his what seems to be this long, dirty trench coat that he's wearing, and he just buries it into an inner pocket, and then seems to regain his composure on a wooden cane that he's holding, and it just hobbles off in a different direction.
Alright, and I'm just going to casually walk as if I'm not burning in this sun.
Yes.
Wow.
It's toasty out here at 2:30 in the afternoon, man.
Yeah, in Louisiana.
Yeah.
And this
So
this
the
area has
like
no shade
crawling.
whatsoever. There's no shade here.
Yeah.
It's just like. So you all eventually meet up for a very, very late brunch.
We're gonna say it's high tea because actually high tea is around 2 to 3
This is,
or
what do they call this?
Yeah,
they
it
call,
is.
They call this
I
Brenner.
full high tea for everyone.
So when Cypher shows up, she's not wearing her cyberlocks. She's actually, I say low key. This is low key for Cypher. She's wearing like dark Lolita clothing, Lolita skirt and dress to
lollygoth.
like match the high, lollygoth for the high tea.
Nice.
And she's not wearing her locks. She's got like just her purple hair out, and it's like she's straightened it and kind of got like got a couple little bows.
The little top
And she-
hat.
Yeah, like a little small one.
Yeah, a little small top hat. Oh, don't you
Yeah.
look like a darling? Come here. I give her a big kiss on each cheek.
Oh, I give her a hug.
Whereas Killswitch looks like the Sheik of Araby.
You do you, Kill Switch. You do you.
I wanted to take a break. I don't want to be my like Cypher self. I just want to be me.
You are you, darling. And aren't you a
I
wonderful
don't feel like
you?
vlogging today.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. I just want to enjoy high tea. Thanks for the motorcycle. It's really good. It was fun.
Are we inside?
Oh yeah, you guys are.
Yes.
I'm assuming you guys have got a table and you're sitting.
I did have to wear shorts though because you know the skirt.
You guys actually were able to pre-order your food AR
That's fine.
on the way here, so you guys could actually like
Nice.
have the food was basically ready when you
I
sat
get those
down.
little macaroons.
Soy tea and soy biscuits.
That's it. Yeah. Soy tea and soy biscuits. That's about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Soy or Soylent?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
that's
Soylent,
what
then the
you
color
No.
matters.
Yes, I have mines with extra lint in my soy.
Those scrambled eggs that come from a pure powder, stuff like
That
that.
sounds good.
Everything is edible out of the microwave.
That's it. Yep. So you guys are enjoying some things. Looks like the doctor is basically just stuffing his face. Looks like he's starving. Would Gear Jammer, would you have like anything in the car, like a hat or like maybe some other clothes that the doctor would because he's kind of unsure about going out like after what happened last night. Cops showing up
If
at his
he had mentioned
apartment.
being,
and he would.
If he had said he was concerned, it wouldn't have had anything in the car once we had left. But assuming he said something before he departed, yeah, I would have had a couple of old like mechanic shirts.
Yeah, he's wearing like one of your old mechanic shirts. It's
Says, like, Dave
it's
on
way
it.
yeah, it's Dave. Yeah, it's like it's way too big for him. He's wearing like a greasy hat or a greasy red hat that has like a patch on the front of it.
Do we have to take you shopping?
I mean, I didn't get to grab a lot of stuff when we left. I grabbed.
Oh, I can
There's
take you
no-
shopping.
Okay, we'll take him shopping. Maybe Jack. Jack looks kind of indiscriminatory. He could probably make you blend in well.
The doctor kind of looks. I mean, he looks great. He still seems like he struggles with a comm link, but he looks fantastic. I mean, I think.
Yeah, so
Well, what I do is, I look at all the fashion magazines and then I analyze, what are the items that appear most. I put it in a standard distribution, and then
which are your favorites?
Well, it really comes down to maximizing price versus value.
As this conversation is happening, the glare of one eye in the hood, looking dead in the eye, and then he just turns to Lady B and is like, "We have other issues to discuss."
Yes, but we can't have this gentleman here running around. Really ill-dressed, ill-fitted individual.
When we get this job done, he won't probably need to run at all. And he cracks his knuckles.
The doctor nervously looks over at Killswitch once again.
Oh, he's all bark, no bite. Well, some bite. Well, a lot of. He's got a lot of.
Lady V, he looks at you and he shows you his wrist that's all like ripped up from the cable that was attached to it earlier.
Killswitch, did you do that?
And a little bit of bruising around his neck.
Give me a hand, Killswitch. Just put it out. Just put it out. Just
he pulls his sleeve as much over his hand as possible.
I still take his wrist and I slap it.
What's it happen? But just make sure no sunlight touches it.
Yeah, I don't touch his skin, but I just slap his sleeve and I go, "Will you stop that?" The doctor here is our guest.
At about this time, you guys all get a blip of a notification, a message sent to you guys. It's actually a video message. And as it begins to open up, most of you can see it in your image link on AR, but it pops up and Jack's like looking over Killswitch's shoulder, like see what's coming up. It's actually did you say it was Sang Chung? Is that what we said her name was?
Sang. She calls her Sang Chan, but her name's Sang.
That's right. Yeah, Sang. You can see it's Sang. The message came from her, the contact that elf that was with her, her agent, but it's actually her, and she's looking at you all, and she's just like, I just wanted to say thank you to all of you. You have done a great thing for me, and now I can hope for a future because of all of you.
Yay.
You will be pleased to find that your money has already been forwarded into your accounts. Enjoy. And
Hell yeah!
The video kind of blips out, and sure enough, there's 1,000 extra nuyen in that's been sent over to your accounts.
Nice.
So it's 7,000 each now?
Yeah, 7,000 total from that first job.
Nice.
Total or each, or how's that work?
You're not broke anymore? That's it.
I was down to 400.
You gave me all your money. That's why. So I could live my high lifestyle. Keep appearances.
So we're each adding 7,000.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh wow! Oh my! That pays for months of rent. Okay.
It almost pays for one of mine.
I'm gonna wire 2,000 to Jasper.
Okay. You sent him a message last night of the. I'm trying to remember what you guys, because I know two of you sent messages.
Yeah, I sent the one to Jasper Small, showing him the website.
The website, that was it. Yeah. And you sent the message to the elf, who was the agent of Sang, which that was the response that you guys got from Sang herself, and deposited the money for you guys. You probably would have gotten a message from Jasper early in the morning that would have said something like, "Yeah, I'll look into it. I'll check it out." Just something really simple like that.
Okay. He's gonna pay for it. good there. So, I guess I should get... not with the doctor around. Never mind. I never said anything at all.
He looks at you, he's like, what?
You can comlink it.
Yes, I will calmly this conversation. Except Jack won't hear it. Saying I got in touch with the man we ran into earlier. Seems like this skeleton logo is going deeper than we. Oh, by the way, Cypher, we met this old man in a junkyard homeless shelter area.
Not my favorite stomping ground.
No. Also,
What did you guys do without me?
We had no idea, darling. We were absolutely lost without you.
Oh. Is it a little like Hello Kitty with heart eyes?
We met Technophobe.
Yeah.
Vicious creature. I had snack. Brought woman home. Took off her arm.
If you
Are you holding that up in the restaurant? He's just
no.
like,
Put that back.
Look what I got.
What are you doing?
Oh, this is why we can't have nice things.
It's someone's robotic arm.
Turns over, uses like a back scratcher. Oh,
dear.
Never here. I was never here. Never.
No, this guy.
Next time I'm booking a private room for us. This is just atrocious.
You have to book the party room.
Yeah.
I got a lot done when you guys were gone. What the fuck were you doing?
We got some stuff done.
We
went to the doctor.
More kidnapping?
He's got some food, like, fall down. What?
We did get the doctor.
Okay, so Dr. Sam? Sensei? What?
Jenkins.
What's...
Dr. Jenkins.
Jenkins Sensei.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm Cypher. Nice to meet you. Hello.
Shake hands.
What do you want us to do?
I see that question's happening. I'm sending her the files that we got on Ricochet, the Silver Knuckles gang, and I guess Kevin Jennings. We met Kevin Jennings.
Dr. Jennings is the doctor. Yeah, it's the doctor. I'm sorry. If I screwed up his name, that's my fault. Yeah.
Okay,
Jennings. Yep.
Yeah, Dr. Jennings. I'm sending her the 4 clients of Jennings: Ricochet, the Silver Knuckles gang, Tempest, and then the 4th person who has some sort of sight tech.
And wait a minute, wasn't he gonna pay us to bring the arm to him?
The doctor?
I think so. Yeah, I think he offered you.
Yeah, I think he did too.
I think he did.
I forgot how much though.
He was going to give us money for each of the clients because each of them had tech that he wanted back. He wanted something from the arm and something from the eye tech of another person.
Well, from what you guys understand, he only needed one. So you guys got, you guys targeted Tempest and you guys got that. So you technically accomplished your run by getting that for him. But
so do you tell Cypher this?
Yeah, I send all of that.
Okay, because I'm like, what's happening?
You asked the question. You asked the question. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, but I want to hear it from
last night. Yeah.
But
Jennings Sensei.
It's kind of like this end that he thought was going to be an end is just like a means to something else. So even though yeah, it's like a rabbit hole. Now it leads to something else because he's not really sure what to do with this sample.
Now we have to identify.
Well,
because he doesn't know what it's for and why. Yeah.
Right.
Well, are you going to pay us for getting it for you and pay us more to help you?
I mean, are you willing?
I mean, if you're paying.
I mean, I can.
I have the means to do it.
I can pay. I mean, I have the means to pay. Trust me. Aries pays me well.
Okay, then we both have the means.
But just remember, I mean, I don't know. I mean, we're not really. Aries doesn't know this is going on. They're my employer. If I get...
And they won't know that this is going on.
That's true. Exactly. That's what we want. We don't want this to... We want to keep this as hush-hush as possible. Because if my means of income goes away, then I will not have the means to be able to pay for any other help. So a lot hangs in the balance here. There's a lot can be won and lost out of this whole situation.
Why don't you pay us for our work done so far, and then we'll consider other options for the future.
I can't remember how much he promised to pay you guys. I swear, I didn't write it down. I thought I did, and I did not write it down. I think it was probably like
$5 million each.
$100 million.
Yes.
10,000 million each if we help. Is it that?
Was it 10,000 million? It might have been 10,000 because I think it was a pretty
was
big
just
number.
before we met.
Whatever he gave, he didn't give each. It was just a cumulative that we want.
Okay, so divided by.
So it's 10,000 for the whole.
5.
Or was
Total.
it total? Was it 10,000 total? Okay.
So that's 2,500 each.
2,500
Okay.
each. Yeah, that's pretty.
Sorry, Cypher.
That's probably pretty fair.
That's fine. I wasn't in it.
No, 2,000 each.
2,000 each.
2, 1,
Right.
6, 3, 10. Yeah, 2.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you were doing something, honey.
I mean, I was working on the other job, not this one.
Exactly.
Um,
Dear Jam was kidding.
Okay.
listen,
Are you sure, Gridama? Do you want my money?
you know what? I can
No.
I can go probably 5,000 each if you guys can help me at the if we can get in if I can get you guys into the medical research facility.
Hey, I have a contact in biotech surgeon. Does that mean anything?
You do. Do they work?
Oh wait.
Do they work for
That
Aries?
was in character. I'm a biotech surgeon. I know.
You do. What's his name?
Yes.
Or her name? Who's
Dr. Ooze is his moniker. He goes by Frederick.
Frederick Ooze?
Yes.
How did...
Sounds like a Power Rangers film.
I love it!
It's morphin' time.
Let's take off Frederick Ruse.
No, he looks at you and he's like, I know Dr. Ooze.
Really?
Da, 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 da.
Sorry,
Yeah,
sorry, my
that
phone was.
that was super awesome.
I'm so
I
sorry,
know
guys. That was unprofessional.
that's so cool.
That was the theme for Clarissa Explains It All. That's my text message.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He looks at you and he's like, yeah, I do know Dr. Ooze. He does work at the medical lab.
Yeah, maybe we could go down there and I could introduce you to and you could use his equipment.
Okay. Do you know exactly what he does? I mean, I've only, you know, here and there in passing. I mean, I don't know exactly what department he works in.
He's a biotech surgeon. That's all I know.
He's in surgery. Oh. Ooh.
I don't get into the technical terms with my contacts because, let's face it, dear, I don't need to know all that stuff. So.
Interesting. Okay. So that's good. We at least have somebody on the inside. I got to tell you, it's gonna be risky. I mean, they have the front of the building is not so bad because that's kind of more of the public place. That's where my office is. That's where I work from. Basically, when people like Gear Jammer here come in and they want some work done, we set up the appointments there. We get things situated, make transactions, whatever we need to do, and we do our medical, juicing up the features, but then the back half of the building, that's the tricky part. That's the actual lab itself. They always have security on hand. We're talking cameras, drones.
Got it.
And something I heard somebody talking about. I've never seen them, but something they call the Kindred. Apparently they have some, I don't know, maybe some magicians that they have kindred spirits that watch over the place.
I believe that boy Jack here can assist with that too.
That's a mighty big task.
Jack, don't sell yourself short, sweetheart.
Thanks,
You
Lady B.
underestimate our employment, Doctor. It seems that you are mentioning everything is right up our alley. We have a technician that can handle our security cameras and drones. We have a robot that will walk through the front door to get work done. I can get through.
And I also have a contact that could help me with the technomancer side of things if the building's too big for me to do it by myself.
We can get this job done. What was it?
Kujiro sort of scratches his head.
Well, I do know that you
have a robot.
He looks at Gear Jam and he's like, I do know that you have somebody that's capable of taking drones. And he looks at Gear Jammer because it was his drones that you were hacking into.
Quite possible. The question that we need to know is, what exactly are we looking to handle? How much time will we have to do it?
Well, I guess this is the issue. If this sample isn't in the public database that I have access to, I technically don't have access to it. But if it's in the extended labs, which are restricted, but he looks at Cypher, we may be able to gain access to that. If we can we can use my equipment to be able to determine the DNA strand of this sample. And then perhaps Cypher could find the match in the restricted files.
So
it's a chance. I mean, there might not even be anything on file.
So perhaps you just go in for work as usual. You have a patient. You do your experimentations as needed. Cypher, Jack, and I will try and get close to the mainframe. We'll pull any data that we can. You get any of that encryption code from the sample that you served, and we'll be out and scrambling in no time.
Why don't we let Jirjama do the back of the house too, and I'll pretend that I want to get some augmentation.
She is quite convincing.
It makes me a bit nervous to know that she'll be alone with, well, you.
Which is fine.
All right. On my employer, I will have no qualms of removing every bone from your body.
Oh, this is also true.
I'm not going to do anything to jeopardize this because this is my job, this is my life's work.
Right.
And I need this fixed. And he holds up his hands and he's still shaking a little bit.
Still seems ridiculous, but money is money, right?
And is this an Aries building we're hacking into?
Yeah, you're basically, this place is called ARMFAC, ARMFAC, and it stands for Aries Research and Medical Facility.
Great!
It's not like a main like corporate hub, but it is
it's higher than.
It sounds pretty cool.
Is it higher than anything Cypher's done before?
Yes. This is probably the biggest job that you guys have ever received.
Okay.
You guys are going into a top 10 mega corporation owned medical facility.
Can I?
Knowing that,
yeah.
Cypher is going to message her contact.
Okay. Oh.
Oh no.
And
He
Cypher.
just went to go make a call.
Cypher was going to make a call. That's- stay
Quick question as
stay
we're
with
waiting
us.
for-
Yeah, stay with us, Twitch. We'll be right back. We'll be popping up on your screen here soon.
How big is a small drone?
Hello?
There, did you make
Hello.
contact with your? Did you reach out to your contact?
I guess I did. It hacked me out.
What?
It's too strong.
It's too short. the firewall it blocked you.
It blocked
Yeah.
me.
Cloppity in chat
no,
says
she's not-
hi and LOL. Aries research. Poor guys with a smiley face.
Oh no.
It's so bad.
So she was gonna ask her hacker agent contact proxy for help.
Okay.
And is there anything I can ask Frederick who's like about the back of the house, like, or would he actually help out my team?
What is your loyalty and what's your ratings on that
For-
contact?
4 loyalty, 4 connection.
4 loyalty, 4 connection. Okay.
Yeah.
And you're saying what is exactly is your message saying? Like how to get in the back door of this place, or?
No, actually, like the back of the house, like in general, like what should we know about the facility, and maybe could he assist my people in like actually running the test or something? Like, what would be his area of expertise that I could ask him for help?
You said he's a biosurgeon, so he's more in the
Yeah.
lines of he probably works on the front end a lot. He probably preps patients to receive certain implants. Sometimes they actually do like I guess like live organ transplants, like kidney transplants and stuff like that. So he's probably
So he wouldn't.
he's
he
more of the
wouldn't know
bio
more that- Okay.
guy, but he'd know, like he actually would send you probably a link to a website link that actually shows you like the floors of the actual
Okay.
hospital part. Most of the back of the building, it just says restricted. So it doesn't really
Okay.
give you too many schematics at the back of the building, but it's like an 8-story tall, basically hospital is what it looks like from what you can
Okay.
tell.
All right.
And it looks like there's a lot that goes on there. Kind of
Yeah, I
if
didn't
you
know if he'd know different stuff than Dr. Jennings or not.
if you imagine like a medical college of the future,
Mhm.
that's kind of what this is like. It's not only like a hospital and a research place, but it's also like students who learn. Like Aries is trying to like train future doctors, and possibly the doctor that you have in front of you was one of those and is coming up through the
Oh, okay.
ranks.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Cypher, who's your contact? What's their name?
Their name's Proxy, but they
Proxy.
spell it with a 0 instead of an O.
Nice. And what's your numbers on the contact for that one?
44.
44. Nice. So what is exactly that you're messaging Proxy?
I have a really big and kind of intimidating job, and I was wondering if you wanted to cut in. I think you can help.
You get a message back that says, "As much fun as that sounds, I'm in a little deep right now.
Uh-oh.
Can I help out with some advice or guidance?" And then you get another text message. What do you mean by big?
She just writes out the name of the facility.
Then you get a message back. First advice: don't do it.
Oh no.
It's very simple.
No. I don't like that. She types back, what's the second piece of advice?
No, seriously. don't do it.
Second piece of advice: if you must, ask for more Nuyen.
Make it worth it. Make it worth it. I was just gonna say I'm sending a message to Lady Valette being like, it's a gift. What's her name from 30 Rock? More money, please.
So,
Are you sending this to the group or just to Lady V?
To the group.
okay.
Oh yeah,
To
I
which,
think
the
Cypher will
immediate response
also.
from Gear Jammers comes back with, or tech, or weapons.
As this is taking place and you're thinking, another message comes from Proxy, another text message. You are special. Remember that. Not everyone can do what you can do. They should have to pay for it.
Fair.
Are we all prostituting our skills out?
That's basically what it is, yeah.
This is what mercenary work is.
Okay. Just
Gear Jammers out on the street corner holding
Right,
his jaw
so-
out instead of his thigh.
Wow.
Yes.
I reply back to Proxy with "You're the best," and then I'd have a little GIF of like the choreography that I made. Kill switch to.
Oh.
You get
Not of Kill Switch, but of the boys.
okay.
you get a few gifts back of BTS dances.
Hell yeah. See, we met via like the fan forums, but I don't know if it's a boy or a girl, and she's not gonna make assumptions.
Fair point. Fair point.
So yeah, when she is
Actually,
done with that conversation, immediately out loud, she's like, "Right, so like after doing some like minor research, I've decided that 5,000 is not enough for me. It's too risky."
Doctor seems to drop his fork on the table. What? I mean, how much would you need?
How much do you got?
I mean, that's not what I ast. That is not to answer my question. You can't just answer my
probably
question
find
with a
out how much
question.
you-
I mean, do you have
I could do a
I mean, he did.
Do you have a number?
I can also make a joint move in a way that it shouldn't.
Yeah. 10. 10.
10.
10.
10,000 nuyen a piece.
Well, at least for me, I'm doing the most of the heavy lifting in the Matrix, so unless anyone else here has that ability...
Does anyone else here have that ability? He looks around at everybody. I mean,
Why not just go in front door?
You can.
I mean,
Well,
part of the plan is we're walking through the
so
front
we do
door,
that
right? I mean, isn't that part of the plan?
No,
We are going
go
in
through
front door.
front door.
Oh no! I can't.
And how are you
I can't
going
go through the front
And
door
how
like
are
that. I'll lose my job. I'll lose my reputation.
No, not you.
Oh, just you.
You
You
I
and
don't
your
Well, who's
crazy
going
person
to,
come in.
you know... Yeah, is that gonna get you all the back files to research the database and cross-check files and references? Can you all do that?
It may cost you like, I don't know, 10,000 4 times, 5 times even.
$10, please.
10. Fine. 10. But I can't.
Thank you.
I really can't do much more than that. I mean, gosh, I better. They can't find out about any of this.
Well, that's
And
the
they
point.
won't.
He like nervously looks around, make sure nobody's watching it.
You have nothing to worry about, Doctor. We are highly trained professionals, and he hits Jack on the back.
Starts choking on some of his soy food.
Yeah, it's just soy. Let it break down.
What was going on?
When
Jeremy's
I'm
going
going
into his
to-
little hidden compartment, poured some whiskey into the tea.
I'm going to message back Proxy. Seriously, thank you. I'm going to owe you big time after this if I'm still alive. I'll let you know.
You get a message back. How much you talking?
It was nice.
For you, at least 4,000.
You get like a message back. It's like a gif of somebody with just a thumbs up going like this. And just like a huge smile. I'll take it.
If I live. It's all yours if I live. If I don't, feel free to drain my account and take everything I have.
All right. So what do you guys want to do at this point as you're taking the deal? 10,000 nuyen each.
Thanks, Proxy.
Yeah.
Yep, that's it.
Is there any intel we
the
should
Wayne's
gather
World
ahead of
thumbs
time?
up gif. That's it.
Lodge and get equipment and wait for nightfall, or we go during day.
We can go during the day. That would seem more appropriate for a appointment time.
No, sounds like a terrible idea.
Do we want like
Kill Switch is just
more
mumbling
plans,
to
or
himself at the table all the time while you
Yeah.
maybe how many guards are there? Is there anything we can find out ahead of time, or
Well, with that,
Approach
I could
this
probably find out the
systematically?
layout of. I could probably find out the layout of this restricted area before we go in.
Then
could you get camera feed or anything to see if there are guards?
Maybe. It depends how high their security is, but I could try.
Question.
Hmm?
I want. Is it a public? Can I just go on my phone and like Google Maps it and see if there's a park anywhere nearby?
Yeah, you kind of Google the area. You can see like get like the Google map and zoom in like down the area and stuff like that. So you can get a lot of that. There's not really a park, but there's not too many places around this place. There's a large parking lot, and it looks like this place is located in the what's considered the lower 9th ward, which is considered District 8. It's near like where the Mississippi River basically comes out, basically down on the southern end of New Orleans. It's basically the part that was hit hardest by Hurricane Katrina back in like I think
Katrina,
it was like
yeah.
But basically what has happened is there used to be some facilities and things there that were basically purchased rather cheaply by Aries, and they were able to like fortify it, and they've built it up into their own little like place. So there's not a lot around it. There's a lot of like empty parking lots. There probably used to be other facilities there, but they no longer exist, or
It sounds more like a campus.
yeah, it's kind of like a campus. Yeah,
Like they bulldozed everything and just yeah.
Basically, they bought this area for really cheap because of damage and risk and all that kind of stuff, and just basically turned it into their research center / medical center thing that they're using it for.
Okay.
Killswitch looks at the rest of you all and says, I have an idea, but I have to go. And he's gonna stand up and start walking away.
Are you going to share the idea so we can help you or not?
You all just get on your track, pink. Let's get the party started. Just playing in your head.
That's a really good song, actually. It's one of my favorites. I'm coming out.
And he's gonna go back to the garage so he can dress up as DJ Solo.
Okay. Going back to dress up as DJ Solo. What are the rest of you gonna do?
Finish my tea.
Go back to the
Very
garage and
delicious.
start getting equipment prepped.
Okay, heading back to the garage.
How big is a small drone?
Small drone? Good question. I don't know exactly. I will say just probably about as big as, like, you could carry it like this.
Like a suitcase?
Like a suitcase. Yeah. Laptop. I don't know.
Okay.
About that size. Micro drones are really, really small. Then you got small drones. Then you got your medium drones, which are probably about, you could still carry them, but they're pretty big.
So if
Cypher's going to go ahead. No, go ahead.
If Jack wasn't gonna do anything, I would ask if I could accompany them shopping for the good doctor, so he looked normal when he returned to his office.
I mean, I did grab, like, with that arm that was there, I did stuff a lab coat like around it. I could just go grab that.
Okay.
It's sitting on the couch at the garage.
All right. Well, I'll go back to the garage then.
Okay.
I'm going to ride the motorcycle to my house, get changed into what I'm wearing currently on stream,
All right.
and then go back out.
All right. I don't think you're getting your Harley back.
No, I'm bringing it back to the garage right now.
You're muted, Matthew.
No, it's just not speaking yet.
Oh,
I have to take it back, but
She's borrowing your Harley
It's
for a
just
very,
borrowing
very,
it.
very long time.
It's what I do.
I'm contacting Jasper and texting him saying, heads up, super secret concert, pass around the secret word. The code word is Aries skull. And I'm gonna give him the coordinate of the edge of the campus area of where the Aries factory is.
Okay. You immediately get a phone call. as your comlink begins to ring, and it is indeed Jasper Smalls.
Hey, what's going on?
Whoa! Now you're putting together secret concerts behind your promoter's back. What is this? What is going on? I thought DJ Solo. I thought.
Listen to me, Jasper.
Okay, I'm listening.
Into the content.
That's Jasper.
Wow.
Think of this content. Flash mobs everywhere, right? It's a new fad. It's happening everywhere.
Yeah. Okay.
Better way to promote while we're still at the top. We had an amazing. Did you see the website? I sent you the website. I was trying to get you in the website.
You did.
Because our next move now is the pop-up. We're doing a pop-up concert. It just has to happen. Nope. Just do it. I got the tech. I got everything set up, and it's super secret. It should be super exclusive.
Man, these pop-ups are risky though. They're risky. What if no one comes?
That's the point. It's all about the marketing. The marketing is that we send out a huge blast being like, you need specifically look for this logo. I'm going to send him the pictures of all of the skulls that I've seen around. These folks are the only ones that should show up. These are the exclusive creme de la creme. If you don't know what this is, you're going to want to know what this is.
Okay. Well, what do you do about people just curious and just show up?
Well, then maybe we should make this a silent concert. And then he shows a gift of like a wave of people wearing headphones to the music.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna trust you on this one. You never. I mean, you never let me down before.
This is gonna be huge.
So I'm marketing this with this creepy skull image that you sent me.
No. There's no real information. You just send this skull and you say, how should we do this? You send the skull and you say, password for the location. Make a burner number. Have anybody who texts that number, you send them the coordinates. They have to know the password. Password is Aries skull.
Gosh, DJ, I'm gonna have to cancel all of my other appointments today to do this. Do you understand that? I mean, this is just on the spot. I had to meet with DJ Creep. I had to meet with them. I had to meet with DJ Goliath was on cue. I mean,
what if I told you that this event could get $40,000 in our pocket?
How are you going to secure 40,000 Nuyen?
I mean, this is just right off the top. I mean, I'm just ballparking. I mean, we do this right. We charge it the way that you usually charge your. You remember that one lounge that we did, right in that slum of a place.
Yeah,
I don't know how that much. That was nothing.
Yeah, Grunge Harbor when we did that.
Yeah.
That I don't know if that surprised me. I don't think we'll ever do that again.
Oh no! Here's what you do: you get a bouncer right at the front, right? They want to double check the password. You sell them those headphones and inflate it 10 times the price. Make it super exclusive.
Where am I getting the headphones?
I'll lend you the money for it.
But then I gotta go actually. Well, I guess I could get the drones to deliver them.
Yeah, absolutely. It's no big deal. And you just 10 times the profit. Any profit is yours, Jasper. Any profit is yours.
Any profit is mine.
Any profit is mine. Any of it. You sell those headphones the way that you want to make that profit.
Okay. If this flops, DJ Solo,
then I will make that Christmas album you've been telling me to make for you.
Christmas time in England.
You can hear the joy without even seeing him. You just feel this joy. You know, I've been riding you about that for the longest time, and I am, DJ. Here's the thing, though.
He wants
Yes.
you to fail.
Yes, absolutely yes. But one of those must be a remix of Justin Bieber's "What Do You Mean."
I'm sorry, but what do you mean?
Wow.
But you have to remix it in like a Christmas way, so that's gonna be really good.
You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me, Smalls. You're absolutely killing me, Smalls.
Well.
Alright, cool.
Oh god.
And I promise I
I'm like
definitely
dizzy.
won't probably have an allergic reaction from the sun before this happens. But I'm totally in. We're definitely going to do this.
Okay, secret concert.
Message me when you have the headphones, and let me know when the text message start rolling.
All right, I'll get on it. And then he hangs up.
Send a message back to everybody saying, "This cannot fail. No gift."
This is message back. We still don't know what you're doing, so.
No matter.
There to elaborate?
Big thumbs up, like.
This mission.
Nanistano. Nanistano.
So Kill Switch is getting suited up. The rest of you, I guess, are the rest of you just riding with Gear Jammer to the garage? You guys all meet up at the garage area. I'm assuming Doctor.
On the way back with the doctor, where he's picking up his lab coat, Gear Jammer is just sort of peppering him with questions like, are there metal detectors, or what sort of security's at the front end of the building?
There's not much when it comes to there's no metal detectors in the front of the building. I mean, we see a lot of patients that do have, implants like you and cybernetic implants and things of that nature. So, I mean, those things would just be pinging all day if they had those. There is a strict no firearms policy within the building, except for obviously the security. They will confiscate any weapons if they are known about.
Do they do searches?
At the front of the building, no, they do not. But into farther reaches of the buildings, they will do security checks. They do have implements of means of seeing if you have those types of things on there. No, tech like you all have, you know. What was that?
Would they search on the way to your office?
Probably not on the way to mine. But any deeper than that, be risky.
Once he gets there, going to find some sort of like small laptop bag. Take one of his, picks up one of my quad rotor drones, puts it in the laptop bag, zips it up, and hands it to Lady V.
This is not Versace. And I hand it back to him politely.
Yes, Pete. Yes. Pete, senpai, pull it
Wow. My inner Robin is great.
I will get my own bag and put it in thus.
Takes a drone out, hands her. If something happens, notify, open.
Right. I'll come like Cypher and say, stop by my house and see if you can get a appropriate bag for me.
Okay.
On her way
I
back
already
to
know the
garage.
password.
I know, honey.
She's cruising on this Harley, hair blowing in the wind. She's flying down the road.
That's why I took off my cyberlocks, because the cyberlocks would get destroyed on this bike.
Yeah, they were just like flying everywhere.
Yeah, she had to take them off.
Yeah. Cool. So yeah, you guys are getting situated.
What bags do I see, Lady
There
B?
you
What
go.
bags?
Lots of bags. So many designer handbags.
Yeah.
I love how Lady V didn't tell you what size to get either. Just get me an appropriate bag.
So yeah,
Is there a
Could be a
sparkly
body
one?
bag.
is there a sparkly one?
Yes.
There's a sparkly one. Okay.
Definitely.
I'm
a
gonna
couple
get-
sparkly ones.
I'm gonna get the big sparkly one because
Okay.
duh.
Yes.
So after probably about 15 to 20 minutes, you guys hear the rumble of the Harley approach the garage and pulls into the garage. Cypher's hair is a little messed up behind her goggles.
Oof.
Looks like she's...
Oh yeah, I was driving like this.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. There's like this.
Cypher,
There's like a
that's
bug
sparkly
like
bag.
squashed on the front of her goggles.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
And she pulls out. She gets a sparkly bag that she got from your house, Lady V.
Got one.
Cypher, this looks possibly adorable on you. You might have to keep this one when I'm done.
Ooh!
And then
Okay.
stick the drone.
Don't get any blood on it though.
Oh, we'll try now.
Very careful. Okay.
I handed over to Gear Jam. Now you can.
Does the drone fit in it?
Yes.
It's a very large purse.
Yes. Pretty. It's
I got
pretty
the big
bad.
one.
Yeah. The drone just
It's a
barely
black
fits
hole.
into it, but yeah, it does fit in.
Closes it, closes up, hands it back over to Lady V. And then
So
also
talk to it if I need help.
no message to me, and then
Oh,
open
and then
bag.
open the bag. All right. Thank you.
If you let me know, I take control and
When you take control, don't break the bag.
I'll take it out of the bag before I let you.
Okay.
watch fingers on rota.
Will do.
Then, because now that I have these new handy cheat sheets, I'm more aware of things.
Yeah.
Going to a total of 13 of my little micro nat drones,
Uh huh.
and basically drop a little, almost like a Chessex dice box without the top on it,
Yeah.
and just sort of sit and give it to Lady V. Put inside pocket.
And pocket. All right.
Do not cover.
Do not cover. All right.
Then if you need help and you tell me, they all come out. You see how they work on Tempest.
Quite, yes. All right. Thank you, Gear Jammer.
Then we'll take the other quad road. Looks over at the doctor. Doctor,
Yes.
do we need quadroto? Or big boy? Then point over at the steel legs. The tank.
Well, it depends on how exactly experienced are you guys again? I mean, I would like to avoid anything that we need to use that for. Points to the tank that you basically got in your garage.
Did you hear about the Pile's Sands concert?
Yeah, I mean, I heard something went down. I mean, apparently.
All right, I'm just going to send him through comlink all of the news footage and like all the big headlines on it.
He looks at, that's what she did? Oh.
And that's what we all did.
You did this. Oh. Yeah. Okay.
So you want to question our abilities again?
No, I'm fine. But you do realize, I mean, this is Aries Corp. This isn't you're just running the mill.
That's why we're getting
show.
More money. This is big shit.
True. It is. He looks back at Gear Jammer. The tank couldn't hurt.
But load the tank into the back of the Aries.
The tank can really hurt, actually. The tank can absolutely hurt.
Smart
starts
man.
loading up and putting the ammo into it.
I want to paint the tank again.
Okay.
With the cyber paint.
Sure. How would you like to paint it?
And I would want to do this. This is a very specific thing.
Okay.
I want to paint it like a simple iridescent color, like blue and purple combo.
Yeah.
But
awesome.
I want to be able to activate the paint to be a series of skulls all the way around.
Okay.
Why are we attracting the skull thing?
I send a message to everyone showing a video of people in a mall that start a flash mob, and then as soon as like authorities show up, you see them all kind of scatter everywhere. And then there's a little CGI of all of our faces scattering along with the rest of the people.
Oh, okay.
As he's spray painting on this drone, Gear Driver just sort of walks over and points right past where he's spray painting to the massive, basically Gatling gun that's bolted to the top of this thing.
Is it like a minigun or something like that? Like a
Yeah, let me see exactly what I put on this thing.
Part of me just wants to spray paint over it. Confetti cannon.
Oh,
Let's
All
see.
the confetti's red.
It is a Panther XXL.
A Panther XXL. Gosh.
I don't even know what that.
You know what? This is starting to make more sense because neither Gear Jammer or Killswitch are idiots. I would definitely send a direct message to him being like, Aries factory, probably non-legalized air tech that is not sanctioned by them. Perhaps not.
This is for everybody. This is what the Panther's actually in the book. It looks like that mounted to the top of this tank drone.
Okay,
Yeah.
It's definitely not a confetti cannon.
That's not a confetti cannon.
It looks more like a t-shirt cannon. Maybe
Not.
As he holds up the other quadcopter, which is about the size of a laptop, and has a small crossbow mounted to it.
Maybe paint all of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to buy more paint, but yeah, I'll paint it all just in case. The bow I would use...
I go into V's pocket, pull out one of the micro drones, put it back in my stash, and put the tank and the other quad rotor. So now there's only 12 micro drones on Lady V.
Okay. I'll write that down.
So you can only use 15 at a time.
Okay.
The crossbow I'm going to spray paint. I don't know if it's gonna work. I want to try and make it as camouflagey as possible, so use a lot of night sky color. Because I'm assuming, are we doing this during the day?
Midday.
No. Oh.
I would.
Yeah, if we're sending the two of them in to have a doctor's appointment with the doctor,
You could probably
during business hours.
getting some information from the doctor. You could probably set an appointment time at about the latest about 7:30.
Okay. That sounds
Let's
good.
do that.
But like after 8 o'clock, it's probably gonna be shut down till early in the morning. As far as the medical side goes.
Cool. Then I would set for like evening sky kind of paint colors for at least the crossbow component to your drone.
Okay. The doctor, Jennings, looks over towards Jack and is like, so, I saw you casting some sort of magician, I guess. Do you know anything?
They're illusions, Michael.
do you know anything about spirits?
Yeah, I have a little bit of knowledge in that area.
I mean, how much do you know? I mean, I know, like, nothing.
Oh, well, then I know a lot more than you might, but I certainly wouldn't call myself an expert, per se.
Oh, that's a little bit too intense music for what's going on right now. I apologize, Twitch.
Maybe
Sorry, he summons a spirit. We Pokemon battle? Like, okay.
I mean, okay.
But yeah, I'm able to. I've conjured up spirits before, and I've also been able to dismiss other people's.
You can get rid of them.
Sometimes it depends how powerful they are, you know.
Okay.
I suspect we'll have to do some of that here.
Well, that's a good thing we have all of you then. It's gonna take all of you to get this job done. That's for sure. So our main goal, we have to figure out whose blood this is. That's what we need to find out.
Right.
We'll find out the DNA strand using my devices. That to me, that shouldn't be hard. I mean, I'm just going into my office. I'm getting work done. The hard part is if that sample doesn't produce any results on my end, then we're gonna have to do something to get some answers.
Then you send the sequence to me and we'll go from there.
Okay. Sounds good.
I'll
Do you
think of
want
that
me
word.
to...
What was that, guys?
No, go ahead. I was just gonna dismiss.
Do you want me to check out the layout of the restricted area before we get in there?
Yes.
Do you want to scope out the You want to try to scope out the restricted place?
Yeah, see if there's like either a map or video
Cameras
feed,
in,
either
yeah.
or cameras, or if there's like a map that actually shows the restricted area.
There isn't one. Just doing a quick like Google search or search, nothing seems to be public about it. You could attempt to like get some schematics, but thinking like trying to think about like distance, like if you would have to be like on site to be able to do it or not. I don't know for this exactly. I think what's going to prevent you from doing this is you would probably have to be close to this facility for this.
Okay.
Because of the fact that there isn't anything like public. And there's noise.
Okay.
The noise factor of you being so far away from the facility would probably kick in and make it difficult for you to be able to do it. You could get closer to the facility and then try, which would probably make it much easier for you to get like a look. Or you could even like... If you get close to the facility, you'll be able to just hack into the facility itself if you're able to do that and get the schematics.
Right.
That's probably the only method that you're going to be able to have to get something from a restricted area like that.
All right. So I would tell everybody we would need to be closer. If you don't mind waiting a few minutes while I do that before you go in, or you go in without it.
I would let Cypher know you could come to the secret concert that I'm doing.
Oh, right, because that's close by, right? It's on the campus.
Yes. And you could bypass the noise, and I can create noise for anyone outside of this by making the party louder.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Ooh, yes. So I will go with you.
Just make sure to stay behind the stage. You will have exclusive access. Also, by the way, Sin's gift, flash mob. Can you send out a uniform dance people can secretly learn for the party?
Of course I can. Who are you talking to? It's one of my expertise and my skills is entertainment culture. Hell yeah, I can.
We can initiate it when it's time for us to book it, so that by the end of the flash dance, everyone will scatter and so.
Okay. Give me like 20 minutes and I'll get that done to you.
Okay.
I gotta ask this because I'm curious. Lip, have you ever tried to choreograph and organize a flash mob dance in a few hours? And if you have, it must have been quite incredible, or a train wreck.
The only thing that has happened that has worked well is people all knowing a dance. So like the electric slide is something that everyone already knows.
True.
So having something that's really
Macarena.
well known,
Yeah, using
and
variations
getting
of
people to
different
create.
dances that people already have grown accustomed
So
to.
I'm hoping.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing a mashup of famous different dances in like the K-pop and J-pop culture, as well as like she's doing a multicultural
Dougie.
mix of really famous dances.
Please,
And what I'm
please include this move from Michael Jackson's Thriller, the one where the going across.
Yes.
No, watch me.
If I don't see the line dance from Cotton Eye Joe, I'm going to be disappointed.
That's it.
No, watch me, nay,
That's
nay.
it.
So yeah, she makes a mix of it.
What I'm hoping is that if you market it well enough, you can secretly tell each group that already knows it, like, hey, jump in, do this. And then if you see this move, jump in. So it just seems like it's a series of just different dances.
Yeah,
And then by the
for
end,
sure.
We just all leave.
Okay.
Nice. Now I want to watch like flash dance mobs on YouTube.
Then the rest of it just video.
It's basically like any song you actually know, jump in. It's like one of those like free flash mob ones where there's a big group of them and then just people that know the dance go in the center and it kind of just interchanges.
Nice.
Boom. Crowd control. That's
So-
my goal.
So you guys are just basically taking some time loading up. I'd say probably getting your flash mob thing ready.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else anybody's like in particular you like trying to prepare for or get ready or at this point.
What I'm hearing from you all is that it's probably best that Kill Switch is not there for this run. So I am DJ solo the whole day. Okay, cool. I'm still bringing my laser sword just in case. It's gonna be in my glove compartment. And then it's geared.
Question: how easy is it to purchase
explosives?
Basically, I'm not really thinking explosives, but like stun grenades.
What's it say?
What's it say
under availability? What's like the number?
I'm trying to find it in the equipment. I found. I'm just not finding like
It'll tell
thrown
you.
weapons.
Go look under maybe launchers.
Well, hold on. Let me check something else.
Ammo,
I just
explosive ammo.
I know a gang member. I don't know if
Okay,
that
how about
helps.
this? Availability for injection bolts is a 4. Is that good or bad?
A 4 is here's stun grenades, explosives, stun grenades. Their availability is 4, so that's kind of like just shy of middle of the road when it comes to availability. Let me double check what there's like a specific chart that says availability on here.
Why did I put that on here? Because I have confetti stun grenades.
Availability table. Here we go. 4. Now we're getting into specialty markets. These are things that are not intended for mass markets, and their specialized function isn't for everyone. Few people in any given sprawl carry them, and their supplies are limited. That's what a 4
I
is.
know a gang member. Would that help at all?
That might help. Yes.
I'm looking to see if possible if I can pick up like 3 or 4.
All right.
So Lady V is trying to reach out to her gang member friend. Do you have a name for your gang member?
Tarhead.
Tarhead. Okay. Okay. So are you messaging or calling Tarhead?
Yes, I'm going to message Tarhead. Hello, darling. Do you have any of those? Do you have what are they called? I'm texting.
Stun grenade.
Stun grenades. Do you have any of those on hand? And he is a loyalty 5 and a connection 7.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Yeah, he's like my only big connection in the drug.
You probably know like gang signs and stuff.
Yeah.
That's the face benefit, right? Because we can't usually go over 4, but
it's because of her
we can.
wicked high charisma.
Yeah.
Whoa. Let me see something really fast.
Nola gangs.
I gotta pick.
That's one of my specialties. Nola gangs.
Nola gang. Oh, so you're specialized in Nola gangs. That's awesome.
Apparently so.
Wow.
Just to put out there, I love
That's
that
awesome.
That's there, but Gear Jammer, just in case you may need it, I have 100 confetti stun grenades.
Confetti?
They shoot out confetti, but they still stun people.
That's like the worst thing ever. Hi, confetti.
Give me one of those too. My thought is if God show up and start trying to stun people, perhaps accidentally stun grenade near gods and people.
Okay.
God go down too.
Okay, cool. Stun grenade confetti.
You get a message back, Lady V. It says, "For you, I got 2. Bring the Jing. I'm behind Sunny's."
Oh,
And
I
you know,
despise Sunnies.
and you guys know Jing is Shadowrun slang for cash.
How much?
How much are they in the book? I have no idea.
100 each.
100 each?
Yeah.
Since your loyalty is so good with this one, he probably do both for 100.
Okay.
Am I the only one who lost Michael?
Yeah, I did at the end.
You did? Oh, 100 for both is what he said.
Okay, wonderful. Yeah, Jammer, do you want to escort me to Sunny's? I really do hate that place, but I'll go just for you and your little grenade bobbles.
Hop in the Range Rover.
Yes, I'll go with
You said this guy's made Tarhead? Is that what you said?
you. Yeah. You helped me name him.
Yeah.
All my people.
That's awesome. I love it. I forgot about that. It was like 5 months ago. So are you guys cruising over there to meet Tarhead?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. So you meet
Yep,
this.
taking the Range Rover there, then went back and then into the van for the trip.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys head on into the van and make your way to Sonny's, which is a kind of a rundown old gym. That a lot of gang members seem to hang out, and they do like deals on the side. So you move over and you see the familiar Tarhead. He's actually a troll. Pretty bulky individual wearing a dark black vest. And you guys approach, and he looks towards you. Lady V.
Hi, darling. So good to...
I've missed you, sweetheart.
Oh, charmed, I'm sure. Oh, this is Gear Jammer. He's the lucky recipient of your gift.
He holds out his hand like the old in the first Predator movie with, like the you're pushing too many pencils, that scene. That's it. He does like one of those like. So he's looking back at you, Lady V. So he like looks like his old paper bag. It's like crumpled.
Oh, darling.
He pulls it out and he like hands it in your. You got the jing?
Yes, here, 200. Keep the change.
Oh, whoa! You always come through for me, girlie. He takes it like.
You know me. I try.
Puts it in the vest. You can hear it jingling, and he puts it in the vest. And he's got all these like weird like. Imagine like a biker vest that has all this like dangly like metal hanging off of it, and links a chain and stuff like that. I mean, looks like he's wearing like these leather chaps and stuff, and he definitely looks like a biker. Well,
you and Gear Jammer would probably get along.
We probably would. Listen, I don't want to know what you're going to do with all those, but if you ever need any more, I might be able to, slip you a little something. But I'm out right now, but, never know when get some more in, yeah.
Okay.
Need anything else while we're here? I mean...
No, I don't think so. Gear Jammer, do we have anything else on the shopping list?
What else you got?
Gear Jam, are you into that, are you into any Nova?
And buy some death sticks.
Nah, I will take.
Take it basically is like the equivalent of like 2 doses that he's got.
I do know a separate drug dealer named Spring, by the way.
You have a drug dealer friend too? Another gun.
What friends Lady V has?
I don't know.
Lady V hangs out with all the drug dealers and gang members.
Yes. And a biotech surgeon.
Since you know, Lady V, 250 million for these?
Give him 300.
Oh! Man.
You're a friend of V.
Man. You know what? I'm going to call it a day. I can just go home.
You do that. You go take a nice bath.
You know what? I haven't had one of those in a while. I'm going to enjoy it.
You do that. Ready, Gear Jammer?
All
right. Pops up in the compartment on his wrist, puts 2 things in the 2 doses Nova Coke in his backhand compartment. Pops open his arm, puts a grenade in his arm compartments.
Nice.
And you guys head back to the garage.
Yep.
After this shady encounter with Tarhead. in the back of like the YMCA or Gold's Gym,
So shady.
This is the stuff I gave to Kill Switch, make him feel better.
Oh. Well, be careful with that stuff. Drugs are fun. I don't really know what the kids say nowadays, but just be careful.
Hashtag drugs are fun.
I don't think I'll be able to title this episode that, but it would be fun.
Pops open, looks at them. I wonder if we'd work on. Nah, we'll have to make an arrow for the crossbow to inject. Maybe another day. Close the first compartment again.
All right.
You guys make your way back to the garage where everybody seems to be waiting. And you know what, guys? I think that's where we're gonna end tonight's episode.
Oh no!
Hell yeah!
As
I was just nomming my food.
we'll the next time we meet up, I guess we'll put this plan into effect and see what actually happens with this.
Oh no!
Oh boy!
Since
You all are essentially down. We're not doing any fighting in Aries Tech. How is this happening? How did this happen?
So let me I'm going to take notes. So the plan is, thus far, kill switch. Thank you so much, Cloppity. We appreciate you hanging out with us tonight. The plan is that Kill Switch wants to do a flash mob.
He is just DJ solo for the whole day.
As DJ
I don't
solo.
understand why you're doing this flash mob stuff.
And you're starting
really
this
don't.
flash mob on campus.
Yeah, the biggest distraction and nobody complained.
On campus.
Okay, so it's a
literally-
distraction.
The Eye of Sauron won't notice the hobbits if it's looking at the Black Gate.
Exactly. Literally.
Okay.
He is storming the Black Gate while somebody else is sneaking in the back door.
Wow.
Got you.
That's
Wow.
brilliant. So
Is that bad that I understood that reference more than we were actually saying?
No, it's just nerd life.
You specifically told Jasper he was supposed to send out images of that skull to attract. You're trying to attract any individuals that might be associated with that skull, right? Is that what you're trying to do?
Which is what I'm noticing is that it's more, it seems like it's more anarchy based.
Okay.
So I'm thinking that it's going to draw more attention to more of the chaotic folks, especially when they hear flash mob part. They may get a little bit rowdy, which
Okay.
will give me, DJ Solo, a reason to book it because this party got too rowdy.
Okay. Gotcha.
Mm.
And the rest of you, I think the Dr. Jennings, and Lady V were going in the front. And apparently, I believe Lady V is acting as a patient.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Lady V acting as patient.
Lady V will have a bag with a quadrotor drone
Sparkly bag.
Sparkly
and
bag.
a
Bag.
pocket full of 12 micro drones with
Right.
narcojet patches all over them. Because, you know, if it goes sideways and cops are coming after, one on the forehead, drop. One on the other guy, drop.
I just want to make sure I put this while we're streaming too, so I can always go back and
Oh,
I can watch I can
Yep.
watch it again and say, oh,
The
so
last 10
that was
minutes.
the
Just
plan. Yeah, I can
like,
watch.
what are we doing again?
So I know exactly what's going on. The rest of you were going in, trying to go in the back.
Cypher is at the party.
Cypher's at the party.
I'm taking it that Gearjammer and Cypher are probably parked in the van behind the stage, both basically within the van. Cypher doing her thing, and Gearjammer basically, if needed, jumping into drones within the building or into Lady V's.
So Gearjammer's going to stay in the van next to the party.
Yeah.
Ultimately being the drive away car as well.
In the van.
Right.
Yeah.
And being
Because
able to jump in.
if I'm going to be in the Matrix, I can't move.
Yeah.
And Jack can go in by himself in the back door.
And Jack's
That's
going to
the
go in
plan.
the back door.
Really?
Jack and Ninja. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I
No.
thought Jack was going in the front door with you as like your accountant.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
We
always
could do.
the
Yeah, that would
accountant.
make sense.
Oh, in the front door is the accountant?
He's always the accountant. Let's just always make that.
I did not know that.
Or Jack could also be in the van and do his astral thing.
Yeah.
That he does.
Oh yeah,
That's true.
he probably
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm only so good at astral.
That's totally up to you.
Yeah.
But we kind of need astral backup because I think there's supposed to be astral things in there.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, maybe that's the right way to do it.
In Cypher,
At the same point, we're sending Vian alone.
Cypher, you wanted to try to
Yeah, that
get
makes
diagnostics of the restricted areas.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Gear Jammer has how many actual stun grenades?
2 stun grenades, 2
And then-
stun confetti grenades.
2 confetti grenades. And then my laser sword is in your arm, just in
Oh dear God. One of these days, somebody's going to punch that arm. It's going to trigger the laser sword. It's going to shoot out. It's going to sever the arm and blow up a grenade.
Oh no. While dosing you with drugs.
So here's my
That'd
notes.
be
I just got simple notes. I got Kill Switch as DJ Solo, Flash Mob on campus, Jasper attract the Skull members. Then I got Dr. Jennings, Lady V acting as patient, Sparkly Bag with many drones. Cypher at the party, wanting to see if she could get a diagnostic of restricted areas. Gear Jammer and Van ready to go, and and I just put Jack and I put Astral or Accountant ?
Okay.
Astro accountant.
The Astral
Kind of the
accountant.
same thing, you know?
Yeah.
That's what you put on your
So,
business
Gear
cards,
Jammer,
right?
Yeah.
Gear Jim, are you parked by the party? Is that where I'm like
Right
behind? I guess behind the
Basically,
stage.
right behind the stage, yeah.
Okay.
Basically, big van, probably painted up however DJ Solo wants to paint it.
Yeah.
Basically,
Oh, okay.
behind the stage looking like it is a, hey,
And that
the
way we
DJ
get
rode up in
noise
this and unloaded his
wall.
equipment out of the van.
Yeah. Yeah.
Meanwhile, within the van, there's 2 heavy-mounted machine guns and a couple of drones.
And Cypher and Jack just catatonic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're doing a lot of noble.
I love every part of this. This is fantastic. I love
This
it.
is not gonna
We're
go
gonna die.
well.
We're gonna die.
All right.
Gonna die.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna call it a night tonight here at Proficiency Bonus. That was a great session, guys. That was so much fun. I had such a good time. I hope you guys had fun. I know most of it was like cleaning up from last time and coming up with a new plan for this new epic mission that you guys have been put on as you guys are heading towards an Aries Corporation medical research facility / campus. It's gonna be fun, so make sure you guys tune in. Our next episode of Shadowrun will be the first Friday of April, so we've got a few weeks before that takes place, but you can catch out all of our other streaming content here at Proficiency Bonus. Don't forget to follow the channel if you'd like to subscribe and help us out that way. You can also do that, support the channel. You can also support us by going to our YouTube channel and subscribing there, and there's where you can catch up on our endless hours of streaming content that we've accumulated over the last 2.5 years. So if you're into the Shadowrun,
there it is.
Yep. So if you're into the Shadowrun stuff, we've only had, this is our 4th episode, so if you want to catch up on that, you can catch up on those.
Yeah.
And in April, we'll be leading off with some episode 5 epic stuff. So make sure you guys tune back in. Tell your friends about it. It's going to be fun. And until next time, folks, get your D6s ready. But don't forget to add that proficiency bonus. Have a good night, everybody.
Hey, love you, bye. Mata ne.